He doesn't like me, and I don't like him.
Us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
You just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for.
Yeah.
Listen,
We
I'll
need
be
to
honest,
keep this...
if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Pick one. Help
Sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving.
That's what we are.
Look at me.
Look at him.
Do
you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
It's happening.
Hiya. Welcome to episode 50 with me, Simon Wozniak, my partner, Robert Thomas.
Hello.
And today we've got returning guest, Jamie Hutchinson.
4th, is it?
Is it 4?
The Prince has returned.
4 or 5.
Yeah. And joining us as a debutant, Mr. Sam Avery.
Hello.
Lovely to have you on, Sam. You're looking very well.
I didn't realise you'd waited to invite me for the 50th episode.
Well,
or was that just a booking coincidence? I think it is, isn't it?
Things work weird in another one's world. It was meant to be Paul Smith and John Charles, but here we are. You any good at drawing, Sam?
Can I have a go?
Right. You're looking. You've been on holiday?
I've been on holiday, yeah. And
Where
I'm
have
now
you been?
I've been to
The
Mallorca
equator?
for 2 weeks.
Where?
Mallorca for 2 weeks.
Lovely. All in.
Do you go 2 weeks as well?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Do you have any point where you're like, it's too long, this, or was
It wasn't long enough. I'd still be there now. All my life, I've wanted to have I've wanted to get an acting gig where I've got to gain weight for the role. That's all I've wanted.
Right,
just because
okay.
I just think that's where my strengths lie.
Is that what you're telling the agent? I need to play a fat bastard.
give me a fat cut, will you?
Yeah. But I just I haven't washed all my holiday clothes, so I'm now wearing the holiday
I
clothes.
like the shorts.
Well, these didn't make the cut for this holiday, so I left these at home, and now I'm wearing them in real
I
life.
think it's bold to go with like a flower and then a pattern.
It's a clash,
And-
it's a big clash.
No, you know, obviously he has his stylistic rules and I have mine.
Yeah.
And I always like to do something to an outfit that gives people a bit of a.
What have you done to this one?
I've turned them up at the side a bit, and sometimes I'll flip the collar up on this, so it's a bit like it's okay, but it's not sitting right with me what you're wearing, and
So
I like to do that. So I respect your movement.
You want that reaction to be like, huh?
Just because it's like, why are you doing that?
Has he done that on purpose?
Yeah, why are you
or
doing that?
does he know?
Yeah, like
maybe like
I just find whatever doesn't stink.
yeah.
That'll do.
I remember I went
Right.
to school once thinking I was being a rebel, and I wore my jumper back to front the whole time.
That's stupid.
Oh, not back to front, inside out. And
back to
literally,
front.
No, just inside out, and the whole day no one noticed until the last lesson when someone went, "You're jumping inside out." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You done that on purpose?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Fucking stupid."
Yeah.
And that was it. So like,
You had a few of them moments at school, didn't
Yeah.
you?
James
Few of them.
Dean and Bootle.
Yeah.
so my whole rebellious phase lasted till fucking class 4 or whatever.
I had a wardrobe malfunction in school and walked into class late with my cock out because I had buttoned boxers
Yeah.
and a hole in my pants.
Were you a student?
Just fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just get whatever doesn't stink.
Yeah, I just
Who does your washing?
sort of
Whoever's in the house.
I'm not allowed to use any appliances, am I?
No.
Right.
Because I'm just fucking sick.
Have you got a washing basket, or do you throw it down to it, or what?
It just sort of.
Have you got a system?
No. All my clothes are in my brother's wardrobe, you see.
I admire
My
your style.
My room's so small.
Yeah.
So if I know I've got a gig the next day, I'll just leave my jeans on the floor and shirt on the floor.
Right.
That's like my uniform. But
I admire that style, though.
day,
I like the way you
me
live.
and brother just share clothes and stuff.
Right.
So it's a boxer job, but we can't keep up who's is who's. So
I couldn't do that. Like, but I do share some sensibilities with you. I do
With
feel
what?
that. The fact that we both enjoy the absolute crash. I think we're willing to go there, aren't we, with the crash of stand up.
I've got a dead uncomfortable mattress, and I won't improve it because I don't think I deserve one.
Like we were getting that at like the hot water green when we were there, weren't we? Like the talking about,
yeah, there's
you know, like
like
who could win the fight, Batman or Superman?
Yeah.
And I can't entertain that. I haven't got the energy for this.
Yeah.
This pointless.
Joe
question.
went like to talk about comic book theory.
I've got
and stuff.
bigger things to try and work out what we're gonna do. I'm knackered. I feel like I'm about to burn out. I need to sort that out. I can't give a detailed analysis of who's going to win out of two fictional characters. I just can't do it.
When it's much more important to understand if your parents really love you, and they're the bigger issues, aren't they?
Yeah. Like should I speak to Sefton Matters or to Mental Health Matters? Like, should I take them up on that offer?
Should I talk to Calm or not?
We were just like, how often do you have to wash your sheets though?
Yeah, well, washing bed sheets,
Right.
I think, is a dark sin
Do
for
you
everyone.
Do you wash
I think a lot of people
Who
live
does
it longer
your-
than
bed sheets then?
he doesn't really have them. I don't think.
So does your mum not strip your bed? And
No.
so when
they-
Bare stains on
Are they
my
crunchy?
sheets,
Is it the crunchy when you fold them?
They fucking stink.
Is it like dry pasta when you just like the
Nah, they're
lasagna
not.
sheets when
Like
you
a bit of
like,
curry
crack them?
sauce from
They're
one of the
just-
nights
they're
out that
just-
I've been there forever.
It's just half on and half off. 'Cause I can't put them. Once it's come off, it's not going back on.
How often do you wash your dressing gown? Because I think
Don't know.
they're the items that get
I've
washed the
never
least.
owned a dressing
Anyway.
gown.
Never owned a dressing gown. What, are you kimono? Oh, yeah.
I think he would suit a kimono. I
think so.
really do.
I would love a kimono, but I've never owned a dressing gown. No.
No? You want to get involved? They're good, you know.
A silk
Why-
dressing gown.
I don't
actually.
understand where and why would you wear a dressing gown?
Well, you can go the offie in them and stuff in the winter and just pretend it's a coat.
Would you go
can't
out the house in the dressing gown?
I've been in the shops in my dressing gown.
Really?
I
What do
mean,
you think
other
about
stuff underneath, yeah. I think I had jeans on, but like a pajama top.
That must be a good dressing gown.
Got your initials on it?
No, it's not like a. It's no, I haven't got my initials.
It's not like a towelled one, is it?
No, it's proper shit, proper Primani stuff. Like, but it's just.
Well, like the
dark.
outside
gone
of
the
it's
shop.
smooth and then the inside's towelled, maybe.
No, it's all towelled. Oh, it's
I
proper
like-
shit.
that's a
It's
bit-
I
not,
like the
it's not
idea
nice.
of them, but it's just one of those things. When am I ever going to buy one?
When you? I don't understand.
I'd love to get gifted one.
Should you wear them around
Right.
the house?
Yeah, in the winter, yeah, all day.
I'll get you one.
Yeah, I lounge.
Really?
I'm a lounger.
I find them a bit too awkward around the neck sometimes, and I go.
Never owned one. I don't understand.
Well, sometimes it's
where
useful to
you'd
come
wear
out the
one.
shower and you put the dressing gown on, or you can dry yourself off and then put the dressing gown. I do get them, but sometimes I just think they do start to smell a bit.
They do. I mean, you can
Because they're
wash them.
damp.
You can wash them, but that is always an option. But you can get the hoods as well, which are kind of
Yeah,
really hung over. They're
boxer one.
fantastic. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got a
then
big hoodie for that though.
well, you could put that on, couldn't you?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't understand when you'd wear it. I get the shower, I get dry, I put me boxers
Get
on,
dry.
me boxers on my shorts
Do you
on.
use talc?
No,
Well, when I go for a shit, especially at night.
yeah,
I do it in the day now because I discovered this by accident. I wrap a towel round. I'm naked, but wrap a towel round me while I'm on the toilet, and
Why?
that's like a comfort thing. It's so comfortable. And in the summer when it's hot, when you're like sweating,
yeah.
putting a used towel round me, it's because it's still a bit damp. So a dressing gown would be good for that because you don't have to hold it; it's already round you.
It's too long though, isn't it? Because it drags.
Yeah.
It sort of dangles into the bowl.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah.
I do find them where
I like the idea of getting a wet dressing gown, put it in the fridge in the summer, and then
I
banging it on when it's cold.
Oh, hang on.
I sleep on
Yeah.
wet towels.
What?
I sleep on wet towels
Is that through choice though?
in the heat wave.
Oh, in the heat.
And they're good for hangovers as well. Like wrapping around your pillow
Like a wet
around your head,
flannel.
and you
Right.
just compressed. And
Yeah.
it's good for hangovers as
I
well.
don't know, that is because some things I do listen to and think that's fine, but then others that they sleeping on wet towels just
Just makes your mattress stink.
what does
Stinks anyway.
your mum? Yeah, just the damp.
It's
You
never
ever
been-
thought about like Febreze in it and Hoover in it?
No, I like bad smells.
I know you love a musk.
I find comfort in
You're
it.
a big fan
Damp,
of musk,
though.
aren't you?
Yeah.
Find comfort in it. Whereas, ironically, comfort would ruin your vibe, wouldn't it?
He's got the complete
fine.
wrong end of the stick with that.
Yeah, my room stinks. man.
Right, so anyway, back to this. So you haven't put your stuff in the wash yet because you've just got back, have you?
Yeah, the kids' stuff has jumped the queue. You know, for the washing machine.
Yeah,
it's like they've got speedy board and passes, and they've just jumped on. And I'm just going,
So are you trying to say you're not a fan of this outfit? Because I think deep down you're thinking
it doesn't work.
You've tried it though. I think you've tried this. I think everyone that comes out, whatever, has gone out just because they've gone. I might be able to. This might work.
Get away with it. Yeah.
You get away with it. Yeah.
Get away with it on holiday.
Get away with it is. I mean, if you went to like
it's the way the top doesn't match anything else. It's annoying me.
It's annoying. Yeah.
No, it's flowers on the shoes. I mean, flowers on the top.
I can get away with the shoes being dark grey. The black socks, the black matches the shorts. White and grey white and black make grey, which matches the trainees, and the top's just all over the place, and that's what's getting to me.
I mean, I'm glad it's getting to you now. Now I feel like I've made the right choice. But it's
things wind me up.
Yeah. Just
Rob won't change his shorts. I've got holes in.
I know.
Because he can't find the same one. So he's hardly got Guan. So I wouldn't take it too personally.
At least they're fucking clean.
They're clean.
But no, I think you think you like that.
Well, can I tell you?
To be honest.
Well, I'm still trying to cling on to a little bit of holiday as well, and I thought if I dress happy, I'll feel happy. Yeah. It's not really.
How much thought do you put into your dress?
Not much. I'm always tend to dress on the way out, so I'll have one end of my wardrobe is always more well used than the other end because I'm left-handed, but I grab it with me hand. There's something in the way, so I can't open the door. The left door, so I hang everything up on the right end. So basically, there's 4 items on the right hand side of the wardrobe that I wear all the time. All the time.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I dress.
I have the same, and then you look to the left hand side of the wardrobe and you're like, oh, fucking hell, I like that.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy wearing that, and I haven't seen it for months.
Sometimes
because I've not looked left.
Yeah.
You've got to plan your week, though. You go, like, because I'll go sometimes with what I've got on that day.
Yeah, but you
get the full use out of it.
You've still got an office job, haven't you? So you get a full,
so shirt and then gig. Use that shirt for them. No, I can wear what I want.
You know what you want.
Yeah.
You have a full day away. If I'm out the house 4 hours a day tops, and that is sitting in a cabin. So I'm literally like, what can I be arsed putting on that I know I'm usually going to take off again? Because I don't wear clothes in the house either. Just walk around the house in my shorts.
I'm the same.
Just walk around the house in my shorts, sort of thing. That's why I don't understand the dressing gown because I've never worn.
If you're too warm, you don't need that. Maybe you could go for like a little shortcut, like thin silk, sort of not a kimono because that sounds.
I think I would go with a kimono though. I think I'd like but again, though, would it make me uncomfortable? Because I think
you look great.
I'm a fidgeter.
Sumos wear them as well.
If I was the Amazon delivery man and you opened in a kimono, I would ask for a shift to a different area.
But I would, because I fidget a lot as well, so I get uncomfortable quite quickly. So I'll be like on the couch, like fidgeting, and then I'll feel like something strangling me. So I just take everything off, just sit in my shorts or my boxes, and then it's like, then I'm comfortable then.
Right.
So I feel like I was in a dressing gown.
Then I've told you about the comfort level.
Like,
if you're constantly looking for the comfort, that's when things can slip. Yeah. I wore trackies on Monday because I abused my body with alcohol and food on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So I wore the trackies. Like, I need this for the Monday. But I know I'm not living in this because it's going to be chaos. If I stay in the trackie for a week or 2 weeks, it could be.
Where's the order?
Whereas I just buy 5 pairs of trackies.
It's like that after lockdown, putting jeans on for the first time. I've not worn anything remotely fucking smart.
I didn't wear anything but flip-flops for the whole lot.
Well, at my biggest, I would just get in. The keks come off, the nuggets and the wine are out, and I'm just like literally ripping me bollocks off myself, going, "Oh, this is dangerous because this is lovely. This is after a gig, lovely, isn't it? You take them off and just rip everything up. You go, everything's off the pit, not stuck together now. You go, and then you can just be awful.
It's freedom.
But then you go, if this is why you get. But then this is when you go like, this is bad. You need to have. You need to.
So good about eating topless, I think.
Just
not restricted.
Bottomless, I think. Bottomless. Eating bottomless and drinking.
Naked eating, just not soup.
Shitting naked's the best. I love shitting naked. Like
that's exactly what I do, but wrap a towel.
No, but I'll only do it when I happen to be naked.
Oh no,
I don't get naked to go for the shit.
In the house, I do.
Oh no, I just if I happen to be naked, I'll be like, this is a little treat. Especially, it's like when you.
I'm naked on the toilet.
It's like when you have the door open.
Daddy's naked on the toilet again. He's whooping.
Do you ever poo with the door open because you don't know no one else in the house?
Yeah. Shower when the door's open. You think, Yeah. I've locked it and then literally gone back and opened it again. Cause I thought, oh, hang on, I'm on my own here.
The problem is with our house, you open the bathroom door, and if the spare room door's open, like it goes right through the house and over the road. Their bedroom can see right through.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more freeing with it. I think, well, they're looking. As long as they're not filming, have an eyeful of that.
Maybe they want to see.
I'm the naked neighbour, you know that, like the joke.
It's like a Channel 5 show.
Everyone's got
Rob, the naked neighbour.
Everyone's got a neighbour. You always see.
House. I'm being naked.
Everyone's got a neighbour. You always see me a cock out. If you haven't, it's you. Yeah, it's me.
Right.
I'm aware. I'm always in my
naked
bedroom
in the swing boat.
With my cock just out, like, can I just put my boxies on now? And it's like, oh fuck it. Just thinking, can I close it? Oh fuck, it's only half a minute.
Yeah.
Because I'm on my own during the day because my mum and brother work, so I'm naked around the house and stuff.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
It's dangerous with you, that as well, though, isn't it? If you're naked.
I'm alright. My
Drop a shit anyway, couldn't you?
My body's nice.
No, I mean, like, you could drop a shit at any time.
Oh, that's something that's
Something scared you.
Yeah.
Just grab a towel, you'd be buzzing.
So, how was the holiday then?
It was great. We didn't really do much. We just sort of ate, drank, and danced.
Was it all link?
It was all in.
So, how old are the boys now?
There's 7.
So they're a bit self-sufficient.
Little bit, yeah. Going
The first time they went to the bar on their own.
Going to get slushies, and I was like, "Get me a pint of Estrella there," but they wouldn't serve them because they're 7. But
Trying to wave the barman from other pool.
Get on his shoulders and get me a pint of Australia.
Yeah, get a big coat on.
Yeah, put a towel around your boat.
That's where the dressing gown will come in handy, wouldn't it? But I'm trying to readjust to not eating 15,000 calories a day because it's really enjoyable to do that. But I'm very sweaty.
Well for that.
Very sweaty at the moment. Very clammy.
Right.
It's a muggy weather. I find the weather abroad and weather is different. So in the heat abroad, I'm fine with that heat because I think you just relax and go, it is what it is. The heat's going to be here. So therefore, I actually don't sweat that badly or smell that badly on abroad. But back here, it's like constantly muggy and ugh. And I think it's because in holiday, you're more relaxed. There's no real schedule. Whereas here, it's like, you've got to be boom, here, there.
Yeah. How do you find it getting over there? Because I find the stress of going on holiday outweighs the relaxation of being on holiday. Do you know the arsing about?
I know, I'm quite sad.
Dragging 2 kids through an airport and queuing and all that.
We booked the night before we flew. We booked a night in Manchester Airport in the hotel because we could check the bags in early because of all the chaos at the airport. So we got there, checked into this little hotel, got a meal, got a drink, and then I jumped on the shuttle bus to take the bags through to check them in. Yeah. And I got on, and I was so excited because I had like 2 pints, and it was the night before the holiday, and I got on this little shuttle bus, and there was this family.
Daddy's fucking off to Manchester City Centre.
I was like, right, lads, meet me at Terminal 2, we're going to Ibiza. And I got
just in the terminal in the aisle. Paying £6 a pint, but I'm on my own, so I don't give a fuck.
No, queues are massive here, love.
It's going to be alright. It's going to be 4 days before I get back. But then
You just come here and meet me.
I got on the shuttle bus, and there was this other family, and they had all the kids with them, and they were doing the same thing, just dropping the bags off. And I jumped on full of beans on my own, 2 pints in, and I just sat down in front of them and turned around and went, "Where are you going?" And you could see on their face they were thinking, "Oh, it's the weirdo who's going to follow us all holiday." And I was like, "Oh no, and I'm going somewhere else." Like, but I was fucking buzzing.
Right, so you're just chatting away.
But it was all right. It was all right. Like, because we checked the bags in, just got right through and just.
So would you recommend doing that as a tip to anyone? Is
I don't know.
Pay the extra for a night out
I don't
We flew through us.
I don't want everyone doing it because then it'll ruin my buzz.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you go Manchester or Liverpool though?
Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Manchester T2 just flew through. It was sound.
When was that?
The week, probably.
How was it?
10 days ago, something like that.
Right. Because there was training loads of staff up, you see, so they didn't have trained staff. So when I went to Turkey in April or something, it was just fucking bedlam. Just everyone.
You want all the new lads starting out on the Ibiza queue to feel of all the 50s. Like, I'm not going to Mallorca. I want all the ones going to like the fucking Zante and all that. I'll stand in that queue. Come here, you.
Did you
feeling up the dad of 5 going through? I think he's got a knife, but I'm not touching it.
Wave him through.
He sounds suspect.
That guy's ticking, but I don't want to touch him. So keep walking.
Do you still get the family benefit of skipping the queue?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. No, yeah, I don't even remember
the best
getting
thing
that.
was having a pram. I'm going to keep the pram till he's about 10 minutes.
I would.
Because you used to have the pram and then you just go, oh yeah, you just go through. You just go through.
Yeah,
just go straight to the gate. It's like,
I tell you, I did that in Blackpool. I pretended to be a stepdad.
no.
I did a comedy station. They had the fireworks championships on.
Yeah.
We got to the last train home. It's fucking thousands of people. I mean, just 20 deep.
Yeah.
All across the platform. and like the staff are shitting themselves. You know, everyone's just fucking tired.
Yeah,
middle of summer, fucking fuming at these like shitting members of the staff who like 21, like don't know what. Can barely blow the whistle and stuff to keep order.
Women and children.
Well, they said we the last train home, it's just going to be families on this train, and we're going to put another train on in 45 minutes to an hour. But I was off to meet my mates in town. Do you know what I mean? I had to get back.
Yeah.
And this woman's right at the back. This woman, I was like fucking
urgent and compassionate.
I was like Cal in Titanic. I went, I went, excuse me,
sitting there with your dressing up.
There's a
board in the train, just sleeping in. Going, who's he with?
I said, there's a family at the back. There's a family at the back. I went, come here, come with me. I'll help push her through. And she got on, and it just there was no guards near me, so I was just like
stepped on with her
on the platform. But I could see people go, he's on the fucking go. I fucking survivor's guilt.
No way she'd go out with him. What's going on?
Trying to put your arm around her.
Come on,
please.
We need to be convincing, love. Come on.
Don't speak.
I got you through that fucking queue, didn't I?
Yeah. I got a seat as well. Fucking cans on the
got a seat.
Results.
And you had tins as well.
Had tins as well.
Lost that.
Perfect.
Why has he got 2 kids before tins?
So did you do any excursions or did you stay on site?
Nothing. Just we went out one day. We went to the beach. To the beach, which I was excited about. And we got to the beach and we had to get on a bus and then we, it was like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Then we get to the beach and the beach is chocker. One of my lads starts crying because he doesn't like the sand. My wife doesn't like the sand, so she wants to go. Yeah. The other lad wants to go as well. And I'm like, it's the beach. Come on. Right. So we went in the sea and we had a cracking 45 seconds in the sea. And then we left. We were there in about 6 minutes.
So what happened for the 45 seconds? When did it? Why did it turn so fast?
It was just nothing. It was just the attention
everyone
span.
hated it.
To be fair, I'm not a big.
I fucking hate the beach.
It's the sand. It's the coming out in it.
We took my lad, and obviously he's 2, so everything's sensory, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he just fucking loved it. And we're just there, and we're there for like 40 minutes, and he's playing the sand. I think it was like the 3rd day of a 10-day holiday, and like they promised him the rest of the holiday, we're going to go back to the beach. Didn't go back to the beach fucking once. Just just
got a bucket of sand and said, have that.
Yeah. Just there going, mate. Just just look at him making a mess.
Yeah.
Getting sand everywhere, thinking, I'm gonna have to get in your arse to clean that lake. Like, I'm the one having to clean this. You're just fucking jumping in it. And he take him to the sea, and he's got no fucking clue. Got no clue about the sea. He just wants to run into it. Like, just literally was trying to run into it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm quite like, yeah, just let him do it. I said to me bird, and she's not. She's a helicopter parent. Fucking jumps on him. I'm like, just let him fucking throw himself into the sea. I'll grab him after about 10 seconds, but let him have the little scare, then he'll know.
Yeah.
No.
That happened to me. I went too far out in the lilo and fell in and was like nearly drowning and got someone had to swim.
Another one of your mum's ploys to get you gone.
You were in the pram
on the Patreon, by the way. Jamie's mum used to leave in the same cafe every day for 4 years as a 2-year-old.
No, when my mum went shopping on
school.
a Saturday, she used to leave me in a pram in a cafe where we just watch him while we do the shopping.
Oh,
and
in the hope he'd be abducted.
And the cafe
next to the specials board.
Like you do with your towel at the beach. You just watch them while I go in the sea. He's like that with a 2-year-old.
Just watch him. I'm going for a fortnight in Mallorca.
So you had the beach for 45 seconds, and then it just went, we got to go.
Yeah, and
so you had to get your own way back, because the bus wasn't going.
We just walked back in the sun. But the thing is, I was then throwing a strop like a 7-year-old because I was fuming. I was like, well, I like the beach, and this is my holiday too. And I was like,
you're just silent about it.
I fucking hate that phrase, me. I have it's my holiday too. Do you know when like you've got too pissed or something, and then your mates like, I want to
look after you.
I want to go and see X, Y, and Z. Oh, fuck off. It's my holiday. I'm getting fucking.
It's a bit different with your 2 twins and your wife than it is. Then Gary, who's done too much peeking, he's doing your head.
It's like a different context.
Well, that's the thing. But you could see. That's the thing. You're stuck then because all you can do is let them go back to the thing, and both all them be happy and you be happy. But you can't do that, can you?
It's not allowed.
That's just you can't do it.
You've got to say show solidarity. So I just.
But then I'm thinking no. Let's change it and go. Listen. Let's allow that to happen.
No. What you do, you go back to the hotel and then you get fucking rotten. by the pool because you've had the beach taken off you.
I did have about 4 pints that afternoon.
And then when she's like, you having another one? You're like, well, I wanted to be at the beach, didn't I? Now I'm here, so I was making the most of it. I'm just making the most of it.
It is hard, isn't it?
You get to the point where you're tipsy, so she's the one who trusts you with the kids. So you're like,
and then you have one too many, you go, I'm going back to the beach. See you tomorrow. Maybe.
Salmon Star.
Yeah, it's fucking 7 p.m. It's fucking horrible. You're like, fuck it, I'm still going in.
That shirt don't match Sam. I don't give a fuck. No one cares on the beach.
You took this from me.
You get to the beach, it's just getting that temperature. It's getting colder, and you're fucking shit.
They're sitting there shivering, going,
yeah, shivering with a fucking horrible pint of fucking mythos or whatever they say.
But then I showered myself off when we left the beach. You know those showers they have at the back of the beach. So I was like, all right, fuck it, we're going now. So we got all the sand off. And then obviously I had flip-flops on, walked across the sand, and then the sand sticks to you. And then I'm on the road and I'm like, it is quite annoying actually, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's awful.
Up my arse in my ears.
Yeah, you can never admit that though.
No. I was like,
suffering. I fucking love it. I love the cemetery.
I love the
Did
feeling
they have a
of
kids
sand.
club there? Like,
yeah.
fucking love a
Did
kids
you go?
club.
The kids loved it.
Back in the day.
Did they?
Kids loved it. 2 hours a day, guilt-free, stick them in.
Right.
Have a pint.
Yeah, they loved it. See, with the 2-year-old, we never put him in until the last day. And my wife went with him for a couple of hours to play with the toys in the kids club. She was like, oh yeah, there was loads of kids there. And I was like, we missed the trick.
Do it next time, because honestly, get them into it, and then we just sell it to them. We're like spin doctors. We're like, yeah, but if you go early on, you make friends for the holiday. Then if you go at the end, it's no good. So and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good point. That actually,
do all the activities. That's how you learn all the activities.
And all the dances and stuff. Worth doing.
So at 7, what time were they retiring to bed then?
Oh, we were staying up till like 11 o'clock and just giving them loads of slushies and cokes, and we were getting shit-faced and then doing all the dances.
Would you ever send them back with the wife and then allow you to sit there till 12-1, eyeing up the pool that's shut, thinking, going in?
I know it says no diving, but
I'm going to jump that
one.
cone and fucking go in. Not going to kick me out, are they?
Heavy petting yourself.
Yeah. Get the security light on his head.
Rubbing yourself in the pool.
I'm getting the sand out my feet.
Do you know what? That's going to be a great T-shirt we should launch. My Holiday 2. With like this shitty pattern on, and just sell it to fellas who just want to drink more than the wife does. Yeah. But yeah.
Was anyone there on their own?
No, it was very family orientated. But you know, I did think actually there was one day my wife had the migraine and she stayed in the room for like the morning basically. So I got up with the lads, was having breakfast, just the lads, and I was thinking, if you were a single dad here with your kids, the women would be dripping off you.
Right.
Because they all look at you with like, oh my God, he's doing it on his own. I mean, it's not that hard, like, you know, but
I love it. That's the best thing about being a parent. Oh, I wish I'd have known how much pussy I could have got if I was a single dad. I'd have knocked someone up dead soon.
Adopted someone when you were 21.
There's always time. Divorce, mate.
No,
divorce.
it's too late now.
Could be over in a second. I'm leaving you.
I'm not when I was at my peak. If I had the kids and I was at my peak,
there's always an excuse.
Round to shagging I could have done. Like when I go to nursery, like little nursery groups with them, and me and 12 women. And it's just the fact that I know his name, they think I'm boss.
Yeah.
It's like, this is
because they don't get child support off their fellas.
Honestly,
they've long gone, mate.
Them legends. Them legends that don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They got the 12-week scan picture in the wallet and they fucked off.
But the only time I used to go to one in Crosby, one in Liverland, and it was great. And then I texted him. I went to one in Formby, and I was like, it's not the same.
No.
They don't respect me here.
They don't.
They idolised me in Liverland. They idolised me in Crosby. All the women in this room are just looking at me going, why hasn't he got a fucking job?
If you find the right context, that right group, the benchmark for being a good dad compared to being a good mum, it's just wildly different. And it is, for being a good mum, you got to do all the things, you got to tick all the boxes. For being a good dad,
basically teetotal.
You just gotta, just gotta have your shoes on. That's total respect.
I love it. That's what I love about it. Just
when was your peak then? You mentioned your peak. What year was your peak?
18.
10.
18. It probably was. 18 to 23, probably.
And were you aware you were in your peak then?
Oh, yeah. I had a year from leaving Merchants to being in New Bird from 17 to 18 where I knew. I knew hold on, I'm quite smart and I'm fit. And
humble.
I was.
Where did it all go so wrong?
When I started losing my hair, I give up.
Well, I think peaks are overrated, aren't they? Because
I wish you knew I was in my peak. That's the only problem. I didn't know. I was still a bit of a shit house with girls, so I could have done. I done all right in that year, but I could have done some damage.
It's when do you know you're in a trough? That's the real question.
When you know you're in a pit.
When you're in the fucking.
I hit that at 2018-ish when I was at meet. That's when I saw the photo.
You should have gone down and come up again. You ought to a dip again, you.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I think now, because I always planned the peak. I always planned my peak to be 27, 28.
Yeah.
And it was me fucking pit. So now, what I've done is because I've lost a little bit more. Getting to 30, it's coming back something, and if I can just push on for another stone and a half or something and do a bit, I could peak at 32.
Well, I'm thinking about peaking at 40, me.
Oh yeah,
go for me second peak at 40.
Get the divorce in and everything.
That's
oh,
you're obsessed with me.
You know,
no, just fucking. I just want to I'm just thinking 40. He'll be what? He'll
start the divorce body change at 3 years before you're going.
No, because you know what it is. Thinking
set everything up and
40,
boom.
I'll be dropping him off at school. He's 2 now. So another 5 years, he'll be 6, 7, starting school. I'll be there, fucking reception on the playground, just me like the only dad dropping the kids off at school. Just all the mums, fucking 40 mums, just on the playground going, fucking hell, he's all right, who's this?
So when are you planning
this? And Open got a bit of a name by then, so they'll be like, oh, here he is. Here he is, all the whispers. So I want to be walking through the playground there and whispers going, fucking.
What a bucket list item that is.
Yeah, they're saying there he is, but not in the tone you think.
There he is.
Sake, there he is.
There he is.
He's going to wander over here. Don't know if he saw me latest
clip.
Here
he is, the big I am. Asking us to share his clips. I am up. You're all right, yeah.
Do you know whenever you feel like you're in a trough, though, what I've started doing to myself now is saying, imagine seeing a picture of me now. In 5 years' time, I'd be like, I wish I looked like that now. Fucking hell, I'd have that now. I'd have that terrible shirt with those awful.
I'm too optimistic because I think in 5 years I'll have sorted myself out.
Yeah.
Best is yet to come.
Now I see some photos at 23 and go like, oh, when I thought I was bigger, like at 34, I thought because I had a bit of trouble. It's like, oh, so now I look at myself and I do know that in 45 I go, oh, that was all right. That now, but. Yeah, when I was 23, 22,
Were you planning on just giving up fully, giving up like losing?
I don't know. I'm still hot and clinging on.
I'm still clinging on.
You look, you're
good.
About
weight loss.
When am I gonna? Am I planning on giving up? But I'm going. No, I'm really
not bothering.
I'm hanging
not bothering. Like not even thinking to yourself, I want to start going. I need to go back to the gym. Or like when you go, oh, this is just.
No, because I feel like I've seen both sides of the coin now, and I prefer. I go. Oh no, I've been getting bigger, and then I've realised, and then I've got. And I thought, oh no, it does long term. You are.
Yeah.
So I'm clinging on in.
I'm not even.
Maybe I will lose it. Maybe another traumatic life event might happen to me, and then I go, "Fuck it, that's it."
So when the second kick comes along,
there you go. There's the joke. Oh shit! Big fucking tax bills. That's it. I'm gone.
Fuck it.
Can't get a fixed rate mortgage. Pass me the Big Mac. Drinking wine on a Tuesday. No, but yeah, I'm trying to cling on in. So you've never really gone. You've never. Gone big, have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
So I'm gone. So I was nearly 17 stone.
Was you?
In
but you're 6'3",
6'2.5", I think.
Right,
I used to be 60.
You're deceptively tall, aren't you? You wouldn't think.
Yeah.
It's because I've got a low status stature. I think that's why. But no, I think I just met my wife and we weren't married yet, but we just got dead comfortable and it was just like kebabs every night and fucking pizzas for breakfast and stuff and just like I found me love now. I can just give up. But now I've just put on a stone on holiday, so I'm going to try and lose that. But I don't even do it for aesthetic reasons. It's more just to feel good because I hit 40. In fact, it wasn't even 40. It was like 39. And I just felt terrible every day. Like I woke up and I felt terrible. Not physically terrible. Well, physically terrible as well, but mentally.
Everything.
My first thought when I woke up was, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. And I just thought, I can't live.
I'm fucking shattered every day. I'm blaming the baby still.
No, I know. But when you got a baby, it's all right. But then my lads were sleeping well at that point. I was like, that's not them. This is my lifestyle. I'm just eating terribly and drinking terribly and staying up too late.
It's a vicious circle.
So now it just...
So how do you feel better when you're that knackered? I'll have some wine and
Exactly.
And you wake up that one day, like I didn't have a drink last night, and I woke up and I was like, oh, this is amazing, because I woke up on Monday after smashing Sunday, and I was like, that was it. It's just I can't wait. I literally was just like, I cannot wait to get to bed again. I just need to get to bed again. And then when you wake up again, you haven't drank. Even if you've eaten shit, I find it still like psychologically. If you haven't
drinking,
drank,
If I've gone 3 days out of booze and then turned down going out, I'm like, oh my God. I give myself so much credit for turning down the pub I'll get myself an hanging takeaway, but it's a treat, and then I won't feel.
But do you also feel people treat you a little bit better?
Yeah.
If I've had 4 days off the booze, I just think sometimes people are just treating me better.
Do you mean your beard?
Maybe not just because I'm more positive.
Yeah, you're in a more jovial mood.
The whole mood changes though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. I love a drink, but
but
you know,
then you celebrate then.
You do celebrate,
that's
but
the
then you enjoy the celebration. When I'm staying away for gigs now, I'm away. I'm on my own. I'm not. If I'm doing a tour show, I'm not even with other comics. It's just me. So it's not even someone to have a drink with. I was drinking on my own in like Premier Inn hotel bars.
Perfect.
I was thinking, this can't go on.
That.
It's not even nice ale. It's like Foster's.
I love that.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I'd been treating myself to a better hotel.
Well, maybe I should do that and then just get shit faced.
I love it.
Get the hookers in.
I think maybe
I'd be getting a nice little Airbnb. And then just go in the Tesco, get some nice ale in, leave it in the fridge before the gig, and then
some
back. Little film.
Some oysters.
What I've loved doing recently, if I'm staying over for a gig, is taking myself for the curry and having a few beers, having a curry to myself.
On your own?
Yeah.
It's the best.
And headphones in.
Yeah, but you're bad for getting curries at stupid times.
Yeah,
like,
I
that's your downfall.
Yesterday.
Well, I was walking around Glasgow
Curries
one
at 3
night,
o'clock in the morning, just
asking policemen if there was any curry houses open at fucking 12 at night. And they're like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? How can there not be a curry house open at midnight on a Saturday in Glasgow?
Kind of a city, is
It's
this?
fucking livid.
Yeah.
But going for a curry on your own as a bloke is a lot easier than going to a restaurant on your own. I mean, I'll go to a restaurant on my own.
Curry, that's different.
A curry is like a bloke's thing, innit? It's like a kind of like, it's absolutely fine. After in Edinburgh, when I was doing big, I'd go to this. I can't remember the place, but I would go and have a curry there.
Yeah,
I got like a 25% voucher off sometimes to go on that.
Amazing.
It's fine.
I was in Newcastle doing a it was a tour show, so it was on air. It was on a Saturday night, but it started at 5 o'clock, so I was done by 7.
Oh, it's great.
And then I was off, and I had the hotel, and I was like, all right, what should I do? Newcastle in the stand.
Done by 7.
So I was like,
you could have been home by 10.
No, but I was in Edinburgh the next day, so I was getting the train into Edinburgh. So I was like, all right, what do I do? I'll go for a curry. And I went to this curry house on my own, headphones in, like you, couple of pints. This massive room.
He's hard now. He's fucking hard.
Because it was still only 7:30. There was no one in the curry house. So I had about 4 of the guys who worked there who were all, at curry house, they all wait on the wall to save you. And I just felt like Bruce Wayne. Like, I felt like these are all my servants, and they're just saving me. It was fucking great.
It was like that. I think I'm going to get in the fish pond after this, if you don't mind.
Very problematic to look at them as your servants, Sam. I don't think that's quite right.
I suppose culturally, I perhaps could have picked
These
a
are
better
my
words.
set, and I loved it.
I did it in Leicester on my birthday once.
On my birthday. Didn't have a gig. I just went to Leicester on my own. For a curry.
I had a curry on my own, and it was quite late after a gig. And there was one big table that was clearly a birthday party, and me. And I mentioned it was my birthday as well. And we both looked at each other with pity. I pitied them, having to spend time with all the family and talking over each other. They looked at me because I just had my headphones in. He's on his own on his birthday and that. But it's just fucking bliss, mate. It's one of the best birthdays. It's the most memorable birthday I've had.
Most memorable.
Do you know,
so good.
Did you give yourself a little cake and blow it up?
You know those quizzes where you can find out if you're an extrovert or an introvert and you answer all these questions? That's the only question you need to answer, innit? If you go for a curry, would you rather sit on your own with your headphones in or with your friends and family? And I actually would pick on your own with your headphones in.
I would go for a lovely meal on your own because I mean, that's just that's my dream, innit?
Yeah,
I've spoken about it all the time.
You have a little lamb shank by a lake. That's yours.
I don't like.
I've got it all lined out. Like
lamb shank, bottle of red.
Loch Lomond. I know where I need. I know exactly what. I go for a walk. It's not raining. It's just cold and crisp. I walk along the loch. It's lovely. I find a little country pub that do the best steak and shank, and I have red wine with that, and I'm in a merino-coloured roll neck. I've got like a black jeans on with a black boot, and I'm walking back, and then I have the lamb shank and that, and then there's loads of fit women there that are just there, and they love me, but I go, no, I'm okay. And then I walk back to the thing, I sit there, I get a whiskey and a wine, and I look over the loch, and then I blow me fucking brains out. I've got a lovely Navy episode. I know exactly what I'm doing.
So the any Scottish promoters don't book Simon for a while. Let us get to 18 and then you can book him for anything.
I don't like conversing when I'm eating and stuff. Do you like going for a meal with like family and stuff? I just find it like it's too intimate for me.
Right, yeah.
It's like
you get angry.
No, I'd play up because like social convention and stuff. But I'm like, there's always someone who pronounces poppadoms wrong, and some fucking divorced dad who wants to order off menu and go hotter because he only sees his kids once a fortnight. And I just hate that sort. Like, oh, what's the madras like? It's like a madras. Shut up. Just let me eat it.
Niceties. I hate you.
I'd have a restaurant where
you want it to be
where you have a blackout blinds around you. and you can just text your mates what you want to say.
There's a restaurant in London where they serve, it's like a blind restaurant where it's in
dark,
pitch black. Yeah. So the waiters are blind and everyone's blind, and you have to leave your phone in like a box and that, and you're literally just eating by scent, like touch. And
sounds great.
Yeah, I don't know. My sister went and she said it was all right. But like, it's a bit weird.
What if you need a piss?
I don't really know how it works, to be honest with you. It's a weird sort of idea.
The waiter thing, you hold the arm.
Right.
Yeah, so like you basically got to tell the waiter you need to piss. And you hold the arm.
Your dick and everything for you.
I don't like anything.
Another shake, please.
I hate when you have to go for a meal.
Oh, fucking lights on, is there? You can't see for shit in here.
When you have to go for a meal for like your nan's like 70th, and it's all the cousins that you fucking don't see anyway.
And it's planned 3 weeks in advance. I don't know if I fancy it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it's asking you what you want. Well, everyone pick the menu because the restaurant needs to know so they can make it. And you're on them long fucking tables, so you're always sitting next to a knobhead that you can't stand, sort of thing, and you can hear them just fucking asking each other questions that you think, fuck.
And I hate when it's resented as well, because like it's often on a Friday or Saturday. Yeah. And you go, well, I don't know if I can make it because I might have a gig. But we need to know now. The restaurant will make provisions for an extra seat. Trust me, they will. If there's a booking at 12, they're not going to throw all that out because they can't fit one extra chair in. It'll be sound.
Well, straight away, you go, I can't go then.
Stop saying.
I can't go, and that's it. And then if I can't go, I'm not bothered anyway. So, can you come, Jamie? We need to know. No, I can't.
I'll put myself on the table for
then everyone's messaging going, you'd be sending it to your nan's 70 if she wants you there, Simon.
Well, you've got a career to chase, and the sacrifices need to be made.
Dreams need to be put into place, don't they? You gotta.
Everyone always talks about the sacrifice and the struggle, so it's like that's what I'm doing right now. It's like, little do you know, I'm applying for everything to get out of this. I'm throwing the kitchen sink at every promoter to get out of this.
12 weeks to get paid? Yeah. Fucking fine.
I'll bring my own PA, mate. Just get me out of this fucking curry house.
So you finished at 7. That's perfect for me, because after gigs, like a circuit gig, it's like 10 half 10, and all good restaurants are shut. Yeah. So the idea that you can put your toast on at 5, finish it at 7, and you've got the pick of everything.
What, did you stay in Newcastle or get this late train straight to Edinburgh?
I stayed in Newcastle, but I ended up getting shit-faced on my own because I had this curry. I had about 3 or 4 pints, and I was like, I found a little pub, and then I found a pub, and then I was in the hotel just on my own, just necking drinks, but it was great.
Nottingham Glee and fucking Birmingham Glee.
The Glasgow one, I was speaking to an alcoholic who'd just been released. Did I tell about this story?
No, I don't think so.
Fucking hell. So I was in the Glasgow Glee, and then it was the Friday, and the Friday is always when you go and get smashed, you can lie in bed all say Saturday and just regret everything. But I was in the hotel bar just drinking, and then there's this fucking old fella sitting there with a fucking hospital thing on, and he's just sitting there and I end up speaking to him, and he's there. And
you said that like it wasn't your fault.
And I'm just chatting shit, and then but he's allowed to drink. Because he's like, if he's not allowed to drink, you know, Alfie was saying that if you're an alcoholic,
you've got to
can't drink, you'll die. So you need to come off it. Yeah. So he'd just been released from hospital or something, sitting in this hotel bar, and I'm there speaking to him, and I'm bladdered, and I'm giving it, far from being awful, just being dreadful, and then I go to the bar and say to them, "Can I get a pint?" And for him, I don't. And then they were like, "No, we're not giving him one. He's had one now and that." And so I go back over and I'm just fucking nailing the wine and drinking everything. And I'm just shouting up, and then I end up hugging him for about 5 minutes. I just go, "Come here, you lad." And then he fucks off, and I go to the boss and go, "Who the fuck's that cunt?"
How old was it?
I was about 70.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Fucking ropey, man.
You're going to be that 70-year-old.
Then I went to the casino and lost fucking everything.
Lost your weekend fee.
Yeah. saying that square go thing to a load of Scottish people in the casino. Well, but that sounds ideal. That idea, finish at 7, then go to a restaurant. That's my dream.
Well, if you can, you talked earlier about like if you can avoid the booze, and the next day when you wake up, you feel better and people are nicer to you. I sell it to myself the night before by saying, if you don't drink tonight, Sam, you will feel so smug when you wake up. It will be unbearable to other people, but it will feel.
I just say, how many opportunities?
It's a hard battle.
I cannot say no.
I know.
That's how I. It's like if I'm away on my own, I get bad because I just say, how many opportunities you can to get bladdered and wake up guilt free. Because like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what your partner says to you. Oh yeah, you get bladdered. I'll get up with them. There's just my wife said she swears that she doesn't do it on purpose. She closes the bedroom door and they're upstairs for a good 40 minutes, an hour before they go downstairs. If I get up with them, I get them dressed, we go straight down. We're 5 minutes tops. They hang round upstairs. She reads books to him in his bedroom. He comes run up to the bedroom door, banging on it, runs away again. I'm like, you do it on pitch? She's like, I know. And then it's all, I've got to get ready as well. And I'm just like, I'll just go down to my boxies, take him down dressed, and be like, no. And so I just tell myself, just think, you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Silence.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Because getting up for a hungover breakfast and then going back to bed is one of the best pleasures in life, I believe.
Oh, hungover breakfast, a little tug and then back to sleep. Oh.
See, I'm that battle though is
Let's stay over in Blackpool this weekend.
I find that battle's just it's so hard.
But I want to see where that light's flashing.
Oh, okay.
Carry on.
It's fucking hard waking up because like I'll go out and then I'll get the bottle of red wine and I'm like, I know, and then that battle, like, have you mastered that now?
No.
So, because you don't strike me as someone that drinks a lot or like doesn't have a problem. Like him and we've got a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I don't really, but I get into
you've got a problem. Would you say you got a problem with that?
Yeah. I can't say no, so fine. I don't drink at home, and that's like the last domino to fall.
But you did have a few tins the other night. You did have leftover tins from the train.
I have rules.
Yeah.
If I've been drinking in the day, it's often I record at hot water and then I get my last train home. I'll get cans for the train, and then I'll have to have cans at home then.
This is why he records 5 times a week.
But I won't. But I won't.
It's a little loophole for the rule.
I'll never have my first can in the house. Do you know what I mean? I'll never stay just in the house. It's either I need to carry on, or I'm having one quick one before we go on at night.
That is quite good that you've got that rule, but you and I are big house drinkers, aren't we?
Yeah, I never used to be. I used to have a rule like that, and then I got with my bird, and then it's like, you're in the house together, so it's like social to have a drink with each other, and
I love doing that.
And then you sort of get over the whole house thing, and you think, oh, she's not drinking, I'll still have one myself.
It's the last one to go before it's liver failure.
Yeah, I think if you started house drinking, it could be a problem.
Yeah.
But you can house drink as well, can't you?
I house drink, yeah.
Can you hold yourself back, or do you get... my problem is I get greedy, so I'll hit a point, and then I'll just want everything then. And then it's like... So it was the other night, I hit it. My uncle died, and now it's not dead sad, because he's been dying for 20 years. So it's been coming. So as sad as it wasn't like...
Shock.
It was like expecting, it wasn't like in shock. But I'd had a few bevies, and I was like, should I use as an excuse to just get fucking rotten?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like going to bed, what ale have we got in the house, eh? What ale have we got? Because I knew I had no whiskey. And she's going, we've got that vodka we had at Christmas. I don't know how much is in the back of the cupboard.
It's bad.
And I'm thinking, do I want to get on my hands and knees and go looking for that vodka? Or do I just accept
Why can't you just go to the shop?
Bed? What?
Go to the shop?
Because I think it was like 11 o'clock at that point.
This is where me and you differ.
That's where you get in the car and drive to the shop where I can't...
Yeah, but if you're going, Uzo will be all right from 1994.
Well,
I have done that. But if it's out, see this thing, if it's out and just on the side, I'll drink it. So I think I've had Uzo. I've had something else.
It's vile, innit?
I've had something else. It's like, it was just out, so I just had it.
Sambuca.
But because the vodka's in the back of the cupboard, I've got to get on my hands and knees to get it. It's like, no, that's too far now. That's
See, when I'm on the sweet rosé that's in the fridge, that's when I'm going, this is bad now, because I hate that.
Right,
I'm doing this just because that's the last thing in it. I know when I'm bad.
Yeah.
When I've got on a drink I didn't really like.
I had a bottle of red wine. I've been on the side for 4 months.
4 months still on date though.
Has it been open though?
Yeah, that's the difference.
Oh, if it's been opened, because sometimes I've done that.
No, but it's
like vinegar.
I hadn't drank it for 4 months because I didn't want it. I wasn't asked about drinking it.
So it's like
it was the only thing left. I was like, oh fuck it.
Oh, I've had some fucking fucking Bacardi and Lucozade and stuff that I've got in. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing left here. I'm having something. I had
the other day. So I'm talking about Christmas fucking vodka. We had passion fruit absolute, and I mixed it with Dr. Pepper. Oh, it was unbelievable.
Oh, is it?
I just it was unbelievable.
I thought of a cocktail today. Actually, I was in the shop and they had all the vodkas behind. They had Absolute and then they had Grey Goose.
Vodka
and I thought,
well, that's gonna be like.
We once put Baroccas into vodka because we didn't have a mixer at a party once. Not at home. Not me and the wife just doing it like that's just like Sid and Nancy stuff, innit? But
because we didn't have the kids for 5 minutes.
Yeah, quick, get the fucking Baroccas out. Lick the packet. If you get Grey Goose vodka mixed with Absolute vodka, it's a cocktail called Absolutely Goosed, because you would be, wouldn't you? You'd just be
right, okay.
So I don't know what it tastes like. Vodka's not nice.
Just two vodkas.
No. Two vodkas together.
Cheap vodkas. You're like when we used to go out in like 42s, like an indie club and stuff. It's like £1 for double vodka Red Bull. That vodka is fucking.
No, it's not. It's the Red Bull, isn't it?
Horrible.
It's everything.
You think that when you're younger,
hurts.
and then you stop having Red Bull at some point because you realise.
I've not had an energy drink since those days, just because
you can smell it
all
in your nose.
energy drinks to me smell like double vodka Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I can't have
it just sticks in
drinks
your nose,
at
and you
all.
wake up, you're like,
I could only have it in a Jaeger bomb.
I can't have a Jaeger on, they're too sweet.
I don't mind Jaeger bombs. I had a tequila on the last night of the holiday, actually. Some lads I got chatting to, he was similar age to me, with his family, and I was chatting to everyone. I was just like bladdered, talking to all the dads and mums and that, and getting all my little mates and stuff. And then by the end of it,
trying to do a set.
Honestly,
got some new stuff you want to run out.
Like me at 18.
The 7-year-old's like, he's in dad's club. Come at the start, you might meet some dads you like.
But this fella, he was just a proper Cockney white boy. He was dead sound, and he was buying tequilas for everyone. And
buying them, all inclusive, mate.
I know, but the premium stuff you got to pay extra for. I was like, fuck that.
I still think that's black stuff.
I know
anyway.
that. Well, it probably is, but he gives me this tequila.
Skeptical.
I necked it because it's rude to say no to a shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even though I'm 44 and I don't want it, and I've got to get up at 5 a.m. the next day to come home. And I necked it, and my missus said, "What are you doing?" I went, "I don't know." And then he offered me another one. I was like, "Oh, nice one." And then I actually went, "Do you know what, mate? I'm going to politely decline your generous offer." I was like,
no.
Shots finish me, man.
No.
Can't have shots at all.
Horrible.
Awesome.
It's just like, because I'm constantly knackered. I think like if I have wine or beer or something, but then you have a shot and it just goes like that, so you gone.
Yeah, that is
You're
what happens
unconscious.
to me. Like, yeah,
You're unconscious now. You can't handle that.
Really.
Oh.
I don't have anything else really.
I like a little shot, but it's just like since having a baby, it does finish me. Like, I have a couple of shots, and I'm like, oh god, I've got to go home.
One of my mates went to Brazil when I was a student. She went travelling to Brazil for like 3 weeks or something. Comes home with this Brazilian liqueur called cachaça, I think it was called.
Yeah.
And it was fucking vile. It was disgusting. She took it to a party one night, and within about 3 minutes, like 3 people had been sick, like because it was just horrible. And she went home crying. And then we kept it in the cupboard because you never know.
Exactly.
Throw it out, you never know. And in the
The Shikasa challenge at the Avery.
So we were like, we were drinking
the Baroccas.
We were drinking it over the sink. Because we knew we were going to be sick, and we were like, "Whoa, if you can just get over the retching, it'll be all right." And then it was all right, and then it was...
Every time I have a raised nephews, I throw up.
What?
It's just a raised nephews, or raised nephews is it called?
What's that?
It's I think that's a rum or a tequila. I remember the first time I had it, I threw up over Miles Kane shoes.
Did you?
Sing it, yeah. It was the opening weekend, the Peacock. I had a bar in Liverpool, and we got our way in. And we were there, and I was talking to Miles Kane because I'd seen him in a festival in Amsterdam, and during the set, one of the most scousest things ever. Me and my mate are standing there by the sound booth, and during the set, they're just doing like the tech before they come on, and the sound guy goes, Miles over the mic. It's landed. And like just all these Dutch people just carried on like they haven't got a clue what's going on. Me and mate just turns and went, "You've just got a load of beat turn up, haven't you?" And then the sound guy just starts laughing, said, "And everything else," sort of thing. So then I was telling the story, going, "I fucking saw you, Medicazine, you fell." Your mate goes, "Yeah, it's landed," and then he goes to me, "Oh yeah, have you got anything on?" Yeah, he asked me. And I was like, "No." And the next thing, my mate just gives me a raised nephew. He's like, "Oh, what happened?" Yeah. So I did, just went right on his shoe. I was just there like, "Oh, fuck."
I have that instant thing with shots of vodka. So my mate, he moved to Dubai now, but when I used to go out with him, we used to, when I still worked in the hairdressing thing, we used to go out because he used to be a footballer, so he had like quite a bit of cash because he had his PFA payout. Yeah. So he was fucking just loaded. He went,
"What's that?"
If you had an injury where you can't play footy anymore, the PFA payout,
like
out settlement,
85 grand,
and they'll also give you they'll pay for you to retrain.
What level do you have to be at? What was he at?
He played
professional.
for Palace and
so proper club.
May pay for Lincoln and got a payout, I think.
Yeah, so he got a decent whack.
Where was mine?
And we'd go out.
I think the cat and fiddle counts.
We'd go out for the
Ashton Youth.
We'd go out for the pint.
FA Cup prelim score.
It would end up where we'd book the Britannia for 3 nights and just go on fucking midweek benders that just started on Monday and then on Thursday. But he'd have. What his round was a pint with a shot of vodka.
Oh, them people.
And just every round. So he's doing like 12 shots of vodka. And he'd get me one, as soon as it touches my lips,
So he's like an athlete then, isn't he? Because he can get through that. I think an athlete body is better adapted at doing a shot and a pint.
Yeah,
at a
they're meant
time.
to be good drinkers, aren't
We
they?
can't. We can't got
Us mere mortals
Yeah.
can't cope with that.
athletes can do that, but we can't.
You've got to train for that shit.
Anyway, that's enough talk about drinks, Sam. So, are you touring at all or anything? What's going on at the minute?
Yeah, I've
52 minutes in for the plug.
got a load of dates in the autumn. So I've finished the first leg of the tour, and then there's loads of dates start at the end of
This your fourth
September.
tour now?
It's my third tour.
How you find it being a touring comedian?
Loved it. Yeah, loved it.
When did you do your first tour? Like, how far into your years wise?
So it was the end of 2018, and then going into 2019. The first one was, so that would have been 15 years into doing stand-up.
And when did you start because the Facebook page is the one that blew up, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're like the epitome of, because I think me and you both had it. Like once we had a kid, it was like, shit, we've got to start taking this seriously now. Like once you had a kid, that was like you going, I've got to get proper gigs, get proper money. I was saying, right, I've got to do something that's going to get me decent money eventually. So I think go and start doing actual gigs outside of Liverpool now, rather than just being a lazy cunt. And I feel sometimes I look at you and think you're the epitome that you had kids and went, right, let's take this shit seriously.
Hold them fuckers out.
Totally.
So you had them, and then how far into that? When did you start to learn a parent?
So
was that literally when you started having the?
So what happened was I was doing loads of jonglers gigs, like, and I was dead inside. Fucking hated it.
But you were doing all right then.
I was doing all right, but a lot of them I wasn't getting paid for because they had terrible financial problems.
Was that when you were that part of them?
Oh, it was awful. Yeah,
right,
so this is like latter end jonglers, and I was doing them every week. Like, not every weekend, but a lot of them. I just hated who I was as a comic, like, because it turns you into a dickhead of a comic because you just got to deal with the room that you're in, and the rooms that you're in are horrible. You just got to and a lot of the time the PAs weren't working properly, so there was all these problems. And then my kids were about to be born, and what I started doing as soon as they were born, when I'd compare and I'd bring an act on, I'd go to the back of the room and I'd start writing something on my phone. I thought I don't know what I'll do with this, and I just started sticking it online, and then it just kind of blew up.
Was there a reason you decided to start doing that when you were born? Like,
I've written blogs before, but I'd never got any traction with it. It was just, It's like anything online. You try stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Yeah. And it's good online to have a kind of, especially when you're trying to start out with an online following, have a niche, have something that people gravitate towards. And I was just writing about a different thing every week, stuff that I enjoyed talking about, but no one else wanted to read it. But it just didn't get any traction. With the kids, I think there was, probably now it's swamped, like, but at the time it was all mums writing about being a mum and no dads writing about being a dad. And any dads who were, or mums who were really, were being very serious and about it. And I was like, I was just writing jokes about the situation I was in and not knowing what I was doing, because you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was doing. So yeah, but that was.
So did that just take off over overnight or something? Like,
no, I mean,
when was the first thing where you're like, fucking hell, this is actually?
I think it was the Lad Bible shared something. It was about, and that was about, honestly, that was about 6 months in. I was doing it like every day. I was writing a blog every day for 6 months before it really blew up.
Did you ask them to share it, or did they just pick it up?
No, they picked it up.
And you just woke up one day and went, what the fuck?
It was just a written blog.
It was just a written blog, yeah.
Shared a written blog. That's
just a written
side clips and that, don't they?
Yeah, well, now the algorithm's changed on Facebook, so it's all videos and stuff. But then you could write stuff, and it could just, you didn't even need a picture, just words. Yeah, so I knew that the Lad Bible got in touch, said we're going to share it, and then overnight I got about 3,000 followers, and then one post went viral, and then within about 3 days I got 80,000 new followers on Facebook, and after that it's obviously quite easy to just push on and keep doing stuff.
Well, now it's not a bit like, once you've got that credibility of 80,000, it's that gives that legitimacy, doesn't it? Where people will take you seriously now.
Yeah,
and I think that's the bit that everyone has to push through. Is like, even with this, like, you've got to get to a point where they go, it's sort of getting. Yeah. So when you get 80,000, people go like, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is decent. And people like it.
Yeah, the next thing I did after the end of that week, after watching the numbers tick up, I was like, right, I'm going to repost what I think's the best thing I've ever written that no one read.
Yeah.
And I reposted it the next day, and that got me about another 15,000 followers.
Jesus,
because I was like,
really
all of a sudden
up,
you've got an audience. So it was just, every week it was flying up. When I did my first tour, a lot of people came, never heard my voice. Never see me face, never heard me speak.
Didn't know you were Scouse on?
They didn't know I was Scouse. A lot of them thought I was from London. I don't know why. I think it's because I can spell.
Right.
So I go on, I'd be like, hello everyone, nice to see you. And then I could hear people go, oh, he's from Liverpool. Like, it's dead weird. You couldn't do that now, I don't think, with social media.
How big were your tours on the first one then, off the back of that?
It was like sort of like small theatres,
When did you think I can go on tour, sort of thing. Because even then, I imagine there's sort of a bit of anxiety between
translating.
Let's actually sell it. Did someone come to you and go, we think you should tour here? Or?
No, I did a book first. I got a book deal first and did the book, and the book did well. Right. And then I was like, right, hang on. I'm writing here, but I'm a comic, aren't I? I've done comedy is what I want to do, and it's what I do. Right. It's what I'm good at. It's what I'm best at.
It's like the opposite, because like loads of them are trying to turn, loads of people, agents are trying to turn influencers into comedians. Yeah, they're like going, well, you've got an audience now. Go and get okay at that. Yeah, and then put on a show. Exactly. And you've got like, I've already got okay at this. So I'm not good at this. So like,
exactly. Okay, thanks, Rob. Nice one.
You know what I mean?
No, but that's a really interesting point, because what I was trying to think was, and maybe some of these influencers don't want to guess what they're thinking, but. You could just do a quick money grab and just do one tour that people will buy and never go and see it again. But
that's what apparently it's happened with a lot of them.
Of course. And so what I was dead keen for with that first tour, I wanted it to be the best thing I've ever done, because I wanted people to come back to the following tour the next year and the following tour the next year with a brand new show, because I didn't want this just be a one thing. Because
Yeah. With your latest tour, you're sort of moving away from the whole learn a parent thing as well.
Yeah.
Are you finding that hard? Like, is there any anxiety or consciousness of where you're like, well, I'm stepping away from just being a dad now? There's any worry there or not?
Not really worry, but I've moved away from being the learner parent for about 2 years now. So I changed my online name about 18 months ago, and to be honest, I don't really put parent stuff. I haven't put parent stuff on my Facebook page for about 2 years. The odd picture, the odd comments, but I just talk about current affairs and stuff now, because it's easier to just grab something that's in the news. So. The new. Well,
get the haters coming on.
Yeah.
Who do you think he is now with an opinion?
No, say you can't change your nappy again.
Tell us you're miserable with your kids. That's all we want. We're struggling here, Sam.
Can't believe I took your advice on breast pumps. Now you're talking about the Tories. But you do get a lot of people. You do get a bit of kickback, and I put something up about what did I put up? Something about masks. It was a joke about wearing masks. It was just a joke. It wasn't even an opinion, because it was leaning towards an opinion. I think I lost about 8,000 followers in a week, and I was like, "Well, that's interesting." Yeah, but it didn't bother me, because I just thought, "Well, I'm not going to just play to those tits that are out there." So
you got to think.
I'm bad enough if I lose one, and they could just deactivate their account. I think, who's this now? Who the fuck is this?
I'll find you. That's why I always think, you ever see them?
Could be that person search that they're still there.
Jane Pickering, you're safe.
Have you ever see them people who clearly sound something they haven't realised, where it goes, today I gained 3 followers this week and lost see who's unfollowed you. I always think to them, I think I'm glad I know that's black because of the way it's posted, but I'm glad that doesn't exist, because imagine
I can see
that's the problem with Facebook, is everyone knew who was unfriended or unfollowed and all stuff. I think with Twitter and Instagram, you don't really check.
No.
Like the other week, I only just followed Hayley Ellis on Twitter. She's been with me for years, because I had it on Instagram, so they had no reason to really have it on Twitter.
You don't realise.
And then I was sharing something from hers, and like, I'll share that.
You do realise, Sam. You do realise.
And I was like, I didn't know I didn't follow her, sort of thing. And then I was like, yeah, I've never noticed that, but on Facebook, you'd fucking know. Yeah. You'd know. Like, you knew I deleted him before we started the podcast.
I don't know how that came about.
I deleted every. So
because he thought it was a pedo.
Yeah. When the baby was
I am due, like, that's beside the point. You still have me there.
When the baby was due, I thought, right, well,
I forgot how old I was.
I have a public profile and a private one, so I'll make the Facebook just private, so I can share photos and that on it, and then I'll have Instagram and Twitter that'll just be for me, sort of thing. And then so I just started going through Facebook, deleting everyone who if someone told me they were a nonce, I couldn't go, no way. I'd just be like, and then I think I got to about 300 people. I was like, I can't be arsed anymore. So I just decided never to share anything on Facebook.
You got to the W's for, wasn't
it? He went backwards in the alphabet.
So when you lost the followers, so are you put off doing anything opinionated, or you like, fuck it, I'm going to keep doing it, I'm going to go down like a more opinionated? Because the older you get, I imagine the more opinionated you might think, oh, fuck that.
You can't pander to people.
No, I've to be honest, the last, I reckon, 18 months, I've pretty much every week, a couple of times a week, I've put out like a pretty opinionated thing. But it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to tell people how to think, and I actually think it's really important that people talk to people who don't have different
it's an echo
opinions.
chamber.
Yeah. And actually, there's a guy, and his name, I'm going to say his name's Mike Atwood, and he follows me on Facebook, and he disagrees angrily with everything I say, and he's an old man. And actually, I said to him, Mike, you're defo a bot. And he said, I'm not a bot. Like, he said, oh, no, I'm not. And he actually talks like he's not a bot. So, but basically, he's commented, and everything I write, he just writes, this is just, left-wing propaganda. Right. And I'm like, mate, this is an old clip of me talking about nappy changing. So this is not left-wing propaganda, is it? Anyway, I'm dead nice to him now. I'm like, how are you, Mike? Like, oh, I'm good, thanks, Sam. Even though he slags me off. Now, today on Facebook, he has commented on my post that often. He is now one of my top fans.
Yeah, because he wants to be your mate.
He's got the
and
top
that's the way he gets your attention. He gets your attention by being nasty to you. That's what they want. They want to be your mate.
I want to be his mate as well.
Yeah.
I want to go for a pint with him.
Shout out Mike Atwood, get you on the pod, lad. I'll slag Avery. I'll get you both on. Go on, Atwood. Put your money where your mouth is.
Like
Avery versus Atwood. Start having podcasts like a versus. That's what we should do. Yeah,
that'd be good.
Battles.
Well, you've had similar thing with online, but yours is a bit more rogue than you blew up, didn't you?
Yours wasn't curated, was it? Yours
we spoke about it on the Patreon, actually, didn't we? About your online success now and the fact that it's actually made you more focused on actually a career.
Yeah, but like similar to Sam, I had like fucking some years in stand up behind me as well to capitalise on it. So when people do come to see me at a gig, there is a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah,
but you can live up to it.
It's not like I'm 1 year in or 18 months in.
Had you done a few hours before you got big? So you knew you could do the hour.
I've done Edinburgh twice with full length shows, and I've done Big Value as well. So I've done 3 Edinburghs, and I've done a couple of solo shows in like Leicester.
So you knew how to put together an hour. So when you got the success, you knew I can get an hour.
I did an hour and a half actually, because I basically just plucked all my best stuff from the last 15 years.
1 hour 5.
And the other thing was, as well as people not knowing where I was from because they never heard my voice, a lot of them actually didn't know I'd done stand up for at that point 15 years. So they were like, a lot of them were like, bloody hell, he's good.
It's amazing how little of a shit they give about you.
I know.
What were they expecting?
I think they were expecting like a TED talk that's mildly
it's
amusing.
a little bit
and instead,
and it was.
And it was. Without the last bit. It was 18 minutes long. But it was just, it was like, with all the rhythms and stuff. It's just a stand-up show, and I'm not sure, which is good because then expectations really low, and that's where I thrive.
I find it amazing that you can have 200,000 followers and barely anyone on the tour. And I was just saying to Jane that no one,
probably. I wonder how many before, like, even knew your name. How long it took them to know that you're Sam Avery, not the learner parent?
I used to be Sam Avery, the learner parent, and now I'm just Sam Avery comedy because I just thought the learner parent stuff is kind of behind me. I don't talk about my kids as much, and they're getting older and they're less funny.
Yeah, is that what it is? Because there's less
funny, and I'm bored of talking about one subject all the time. It was great as a little springboard, but it just doesn't have to get fucking dull.
It is hard, like, especially when you got like a little niche. I remember, like, I've watched, Scouse Bear Probs when she started off with it was all just like, it was just Twitter. There's little funny tweets about that, and about like Scouse, but it wasn't really Scouse. It was like everyone about being a single woman and stuff like that. And then her followers, I think her followers and content dipped when she got married, and she was a bit like, people say I'm not as funny anymore. It's like, we've just got a normal life. And I'm watching how she sort of changed. She then basically went, I've got all this following, so I'll just start to set, like, without being offensive to her, she sells tat now, I think. Well, I don't want to call everything she sells tat, but like, she's got a shop.
Merchandise.
And she sells things that she's like gone out and found, this is a good product, and I'll sell it to me followers now, sort of thing. So it's now Scouse Bear Probs, but basically a shop's where all the income comes from, and everything just sort of leads towards that. And I think, that's an interesting way you've gone from being sort of an influencer, such a funny account to, this is how I am now making my money, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like the way she's created. Obviously, it's different for comics. We've still got to sort of release content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I always think it's mad, like, what are you going to do with the following sort of thing?
Well, I think that's people want the struggle bit. They want the struggle, and then when your life goes good, that's when it is that gets that bit of fame, when it goes, hang on, this is now, I'm way out of there. We're way different now. And it's breaching that guy. I think that's an interesting one, to be like, whether you're going to like them or not. Because there's people that will be like, I'll follow this person who's going through this at the moment with me. Yeah. And then once they get out of that situation,
I'm still here.
Yeah, but then they go, hang on.
Yeah.
Why am I not having that life now? Because they've seen their struggle. And then they go, oh, now they're happy.
Yeah, I'm
and they go, oh,
still
fuck.
Yeah.
Has he been dragged out the burning building?
It's like that. It's like, we're all going to die now. Now he's on the fucking ladder out of it. You're going, hang on.
Get back here, you cunt.
That's what a lot of people are a fan of. They want to see that online.
Is his face up there? Fuck off.
Well, the struggle is funny, isn't it? The struggle, the graft,
Well, that's
the
what
grind.
everyone's going through, or they think they're going through.
Yeah.
And then when the person they see is documenting their struggle is sound, they go, oh, I feel a bit...
That's why it's important now and again to just, tell everyone that you're having a bit of a low moment.
Yeah.
This is my thing. Always be depressed. I will any of you, how rich I get, I will never, ever not want to be going to kill myself. You mark my words. I will never not be on the edge.
If anything, it gives me more resources to do it.
It just means the steak you have in Loch Lomond or Loch Lomond is
Be a fillet,
slightly nicer steak.
Yeah.
A nicer bottle of wine before it goes.
The bigger you get me rich, the faster that suicide happens in Loch Lomond.
I know what you mean.
Then there'll be someone out there who takes that seriously, going like, "Was he okay? Oh, we don't want to get him too big now because then he'll go and kill himself in Loch Lomond." Fuck off.
Get rich and try dying.
That was. I think I saw a documentary where they went around this rough estate on like BBC Three, where they were interviewing these people. Basically, when BBC Three go around like a shithole to take the piss out of these people, like they do with Jeremy Kyle, like they're taking the piss out of him. And one of these kids, they were talking about wanting to be like an MC or an artist thing, and he said that get rich or die trying, but he said it the wrong way. What you just said, so like get rich or try dying. That's what he thought he'd said. Get rich or die trying. Just trying to be like an MC.
Was it like that X Factor for grime artists? Did you watch that?
No,
that was an hard watch, man.
They're just taking the piss, aren't they? Though?
Yeah. That's
it's a load of rich kids in Channel 4 and BBC 3 going, I know, we'll go around a really rough estate and film them all trying to be grime artists in pubs on the Friday night. It's like you're taking the piss.
It's horrible. Blackpool one with the kids in Blackpool.
Poverty porn, innit? That's what it's
horrible. Empty the sea.
Thing is, I think I'm a snob in every direction. Basically, anyone who hasn't got the exact same life as me, I either look down my nose at. If you're poorer than me, if you're richer than me, you're different to me. I'm just a fucking horrible individual.
Oh wow, that's a gear change from your part. He's just literally gone. If you're poorer than me, if you're richer than me,
no. But okay, so let me rephrase that slightly.
Sam's changed. I like it, Sam.
So what must you think of me then? No, I think humans.
He's come here with his tan. He's come here with his tan and his flannel shirt.
No, what I mean is, so I hate snobbery. I think it's a horrible trait. I think it should be eliminated. I think it's one of the worst things that humans can possess. But I am one. Right. And I'm subconsciously sometimes. And what I'll do is, and I don't watch it anymore, but like 10 years ago, Jeremy Kyle, that was my guilty pleasure. I'd watch that and I'm just laughing at fucking unfortunate people. Yeah. And I'm embarrassed to have watched that and enjoyed it and really enjoyed it sometimes. Look at him, look at it, it's horrible.
But like, you might be feeling low at the time, and sometimes it is nice to see that.
To see that people are in a worse situation than you. But then,
as horrible as it sounds.
But then I go, oh, I abhor snobbery, it's the worst thing. And then I'll hear someone with a really posh voice and I'll be like, well, he's obviously a cunt, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I have reserved snobbery.
Yeah.
People with posh
voice. I'm the same. Like, I can't. Tom Houghton or something, I keep saying it. Hate him and I met him. He's a lovely fella, but I fucking everything inside me hates him at the moment.
He's dead sound.
I know. It's on a gig with him. I'll go sound him, but everything inside me fucking hates him.
He is dead sound, but he has got a posh voice, so there's a barrier that you got to get over.
I think there's a difference to him because he leans into it and just he don't try and pretend he's not. Do you know what I mean?
No, but still, fuck him.
But have you ever met a posh person who's actually not that well off? Like, they've got a posh voice, but they live in like.
Alfie Brown claims to be like that.
Yeah, no, Alfie Brown's well off.
My auntie was like that.
Yeah.
So my auntie, obviously my mum's sister, so like a blood relative, grew up really poor and stuff. She married someone who grew up really poor, who then turned out to be a millionaire, but his businesses were
like secret millionaire.
You were dead.
But he said turned out to be a millionaire.
No,
he was doing secret millionaire and then married one of the till girls.
He set up a debt management company that was massive. Yeah. Made millions off poor people, fucking broke people and that. Yeah. But they were dead erratic. Like, businesses would fail and just an erratic, life. But even when they were skint, she changed her accent. Yeah. To a point where we were round for a barbecue, she pulled my mum to one side and said, "Listen, you're gonna have to like tone your accent down in front of my friends."
Oh no!
Stuff like that.
Jesus Christ!
I've got aunties.
So she
did the same thing to me. Mum told me, "Mum, you have to calm down." What she meant was.
Well, this industry, I think, sometimes tells you to
it's horrible, isn't it?
change how you sound. This industry can be like that.
Yeah, you can
I
lean
reckon
into
it
it a
can.
bit as well, though, can't
They
you?
can be like, just if you just tone it down, or just if you can just enunciate better and lose that little bit of you, they can be like, that's what they want.
It's hard when you do gigs and you do that. And you think,
Sometimes you just have to, though.
Sell myself.
Sometimes some people will just not understand me, and I'm not even that bad. But I speak quite quick, and then some people will probably go, I just haven't understood any of that.
I've said boxies on stage, and a woman
they've laughed at the
stopped me to
rhythms.
ask me what boxies is. It's like, you entitled prick, work it out, you lazy cunt.
I know, but you can work it out from the context of the
exactly.
she's saying.
No, but I could. I literally said to her, I was doing a gig.
Do you think they are?
I was doing a gig, it was like, I said something about boxes. I think the joke was,
I've not got any boxes on.
No, it was a little. It was
my house. I'm walking around.
It was a little throwaway.
My house, my stage, my fucking boxes.
My vernacular.
Yeah.
It was a little throwaway line, like after Christmas, going, no one getting older. What your New Year's resolution is? My New Year's resolution is to start wiping harder, because now I've got older.
How delightful.
Now I've got older. Everyone keeps buying me boxies for Christmas, and I don't want to seem ungrateful. That was just a joke. And like most people laughed, and then she went, "What are boxies?" And I was like, "What? Just like what do you think they could be? Like listen to the words that I've just said. I think they sound like boxer shorts." It's like, there you go.
There you go.
I was like, so why ask?
Where was that? What city was that in?
I can't remember now, because I probably never get there again, because I just fucking fumed.
Out of Mongolia.
No, it was just a dead posh woman just thinking.
Thing is, though, we're all like northerners, and I find that anyone from further south, with the exception of Brummies and maybe Cockneys, sound posh to us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they might not be.
Yeah.
Apart from like EastEnders.
Yeah.
They're like an exception.
Well, like,
unless like the East End, I just think Southerners don't have an accent. I just think that's just all of one accent. Thing. Until you get to Bristol, or not Bristol, but a bit more West Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real on to itself, though, isn't it? Them fucking Wurzels, mate.
Yeah.
We love the accent.
We love her.
We do.
I love any accent.
They sound like farm money.
Accents turn me
on.
They sound like that farm money.
Well,
They're like dressed scruffy, but farm.
Oh, dirty fingernails, but
going a fucking
venturing into needing a piss, so I could be saying some pretty ropey things for the next few. I know, but I want to stay in the conversation. But go on then. I was going to ask. I've got something to ask you, but I've forgotten about it now.
Well, 22 minutes.
Oh yeah, your podcast. You still doing it?
No.
I'm not even. Drop that one in.
He asked a question, fucks up.
Do you think, because you're following, do you think like you need to be doing more content wise? Because like you had a couple of podcasts you've tried now, haven't you? And then
not even that. It's more to do with just trying to selling tickets.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, selling tickets. I mean, with the podcast stuff, I think with anything that's not related to the Facebook page, I always have to figure out like the time spent versus the rewards.
Yeah, the gain off it.
Because otherwise, I was doing a podcast on my own for a while, and it'd take me ages to edit it together, and then I put it up, and the same amount of time I could have had, 500 clicks on a ticket link or something. So it's like you've got to think. You're thinking that way, but then you can't just do stuff that's going to shift tickets, because you've got to do stuff you enjoy doing. You're happy and you're proud, which is why I don't do TikTok as much anymore, because I was just doing shite on there that was blowing up. And I was like, I hate all of this stuff that's being popular on TikTok.
You were telling me kids saying, lad off TikTok. Like, you're never buying a ticket, so what we're doing this
never.
For?
I get that. I got stopped a couple of times on the train. I'm like, that TikTok. Like, I've never checked our TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've checked it once, and all the comments were just various ways of people calling me a fat ginger balding cunt. They're
people's favourite comment on TikTok is, not everyone needs a podcast. Yeah. So you'd have a clip being millions of views, and underneath not everyone needs a podcast. And you're like,
didn't happen.
This is successful. Yeah, or didn't happen.
But that
didn't happen.
What makes me laugh is that the people who slag it off only slag it off on the viral videos that millions of people have watched. Like, mate, if you think this is shit, you want to see the stuff that 30
click on the profile.
This doesn't deserve a million. Why has this got a million? So it's weird, because you want to be known as, in an ideal world, as like, you're the stand-up.
You're
the TikTok guy. It's like, oh my
yeah, we get a lot.
Like the TikTok guy. I don't know if
get a lot of. Oh, you got that podcast? That podcast? Not even. Oh, I like you. I like another one. It's like either I like your podcast or oh, you got that podcast, and then when they talk to you, you realize you've never listened to it. They've just seen clips.
That's all right, isn't
and
it?
You're like, you don't mind it, but it's still
Won't
like,
sell tickets though, will it? I think
it's a good entry though. It's
better than not knowing. It's
an entry gate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an entry gate. Then one door is they listen to one episode, and then they hopefully become a paid member.
Yeah,
it's just a numbers game.
Well, the idea.
He's a friend of ours.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Customer. How many customers you got?
When I did my first gig, I just thought one day I can get a few paid members on board. That was my dream. When I used to watch comedy as a kid, I thought
I do this for the customers.
People used to watch live at the Apollo. I watched The Apprentice.
I'm not a businessman.
I know.
I'm a businessman.
Who are your inspirations? Peter Jones and Duncan Bannatyne.
Yeah. I think Deborah Meaden could be great as well.
Not sexist.
Yeah. So obviously I just dropped that one, and so you're not in the game no more. You're not in the murky world.
Not in the podcast game. No. It was all very amicable. We just did it for a while, and then we just jibbed it off. It was just
amicable. I never suggested it would have gone.
No. It's just. I think when you stop doing something with someone, people assume there's been some kind of rift. But yeah. There is that too, the idea that you're in a relationship, you don't even realise you got into it, do you? Yeah.
Should we do a podcast? Yeah, and then you're in and they go, oh shit.
When this eventually goes, the speculation is going to be right.
There'll be no need for speculation. This is blowing up publicly.
There'll be call-out videos on Facebook. Half-time Zeno with the Patreon money. You never did once, but you never registered. We never registered as a fucking company. October, I said October we got to register for.
You go back to Far from Lombardi in my studio.
Beat the fuck. Whoever gets to the 5 gets the Patreon. Get an encore beat the fuck.
For you, cunt.
Encore beat the fuck. I give you £500. Encore beat the fuck.
I hope that happens. That'd be so good. You get more listeners doing that as well. Couldn't you engineer a fake one?
The problem is, if we have that fallout, they'll all go back and listen to the back catalogue. This was decent, this. I don't know why no one listens at the time. And then we'd be like, oh, should we have a reunion? And be like, fuck you, you cunt.
You get back together like Bros in that documentary.
Fucking
just
great,
that documentary. What a documentary.
Oh, I didn't watch that. Is that band, the two brothers or something?
The two brothers, when will I be famous?
Like, everyone was like, is this real or not? Like, is it
identical twins. Yeah. But one of them was adored and one of them was hated.
Right.
And one was called ugly, but they're identical. And one, he just carried himself.
You sit your lads and sit down and watch that. Yeah. Could we use this?
It was meant to be hilarious, wasn't it? Like one of the funniest.
So funny.
It was proper
Was it meant to be funny?
Yeah, like, well, I think that's the thing, is people going, is this like another Brent thing? You know, when The Office came out and be like, is this a real thing? But they were genuinely like a double, like a band.
Oh yeah, there was massive. Well, there was big for like 2 or 3 years.
Let's go back and watch
it. But one of them's gone bald and one hasn't.
Yeah, one got a Vegas residency and stuff.
Fucking hell.
Got dough, like.
Imagine that.
But some of like his turns of phrases and stuff like that. It's very. They stitched him up a bit, I think.
Totally.
Yeah, they made him look a cunt.
Oh yeah.
But I thought he was all right, me. He come across as okay, but a bit.
Just one twin come across
cringe,
a bit fucking.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. The rich one or the not rich one?
It was about predominantly the rich one, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. One of them's on Strictly, isn't he, this year?
Is he?
Only because my missus told me. I don't know which one it is. Probably the shit one.
Doesn't seem like he'd be famous enough.
What's it called? What they call Matt Goss? Matt
Goss and Luke Goss.
Yeah, Matt's the good looking one, isn't he?
I thought they were identical.
They are, but one is good looking.
Yeah, I get that. I reckon I've seen twins that are like identical, but one's better. Looking.
Yeah.
But
we had that on the plane.
Who's the fittest out of yours? You know who it is.
Did you know you were going to have twins?
Yeah. No, we found out at the scan, like.
No, I've obviously found.
Oh, you mean before?
Just a fucking labour.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, there's another one.
I don't know
what I mean. Like, do you know twins ran in the family or?
No, these are identical. So these are just like a freak accident.
Really?
Or little miracle, as my wife says. Freak accident.
Edit that out, Bob.
Yeah, no.
So have you got twins either side? Whose side?
She's got twins. I haven't got twins. So if we had,
what on yours?
The twins mine. I don't know. They look a bit like you, Rob. To be honest. But
is that real? Yeah, you've got to have twins in your bloodline.
Well, there's a
freak accident.
If you have
like
twins,
said.
if you have twins in your family, you are likely to have. So,
really?
So like,
Ups the chances.
we mates have got twins, and then every third one's meant to have a twin. Like
also the age.
Every
as well.
third generation
if you're an older,
should be another twins.
older woman, then DFS in it.
Well, I said it's like a Black Friday sale for your womb because it just throws all the eggs out.
Over 31
because it's like these might not get fertilised. Fucking get them out. Get them out.
Season sale, innit?
Yeah.
So there was twins in the family or not?
In our family, but because what happened was these are, I've forgotten the term now, but the type of identical twin they are means that the egg splits when the sperm hit it.
Oh,
which
right.
So
your sperm was swimming that fast, it just fucking split.
It just made a fucking omelette into it.
Yeah, just fucking.
You can't break an egg.
So why is that different to another identical twin?
I have no
Because
idea.
it's two eggs get fertilised and
So, but they're not identical, though, are they? They're just twins. If it's two eggs.
I don't get.
I don't know.
So how devastating was it, the 12-week scan when there was two?
Well, the guy said, he goes, my wife thought she had twins because she
Your wife
had
thought it?
yeah,
She
'cause
just felt bigger.
She just was. She had morning sickness in the morning
Said she was
and the
eating for
evening.
free.
She was. Yeah, I was doing that in Mallorca, to be honest. But she.
My turn now.
She was, it's my holiday too.
Yeah.
It's my life too. She had morning sickness in the morning and the evening, so it's not really morning sickness, it's just sickness in it.
Right.
But she was convinced, and then at the scan, she said, "I'm sure it's twins." I was like, "Shut up!" And then finds the baby, and she said to the guy, "Is there just one in there?" And he went, "Nope," and he moved it. And like on University Challenge when someone buzzes and they zoom in on the camera, it's like that because fucking hell, there's another one. And then I said to the guy,
Avery, St. Mary's.
Yeah. I said, is there just two in there? And the guy looked at me and went, "Nope." And he moved it again. I was like, I had my coat on, mate. I was looking for my passport. I was like, Brazil, dude, I'll just get away.
This is me, the
just
Cuban
done.
fuel cleaner. Senora, Avery, I had no idea.
And then he went, "I'm only messing this two." I was like, "You fucker."
What a tit.
Yeah.
Because you could have reacted horrifically then.
I punched him.
Yeah, you could have gone to her going, I can't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be making that joke.
No. But it was funny in hindsight.
So they were just a freak accident sort of thing.
I
wanted twins, mate.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle.
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 Do they have that weird twin stuff? Because there's things where twin can feel a pain and.
I don't. That's not true. But
is it bollocks?
It's more like they're just fucking
telepathic. They say telepathy is sort of like going were you thinking this thing?
They're just too close. They're just the same pair. I've got two of my best mates are twins. They're just fucking too close.
The Netflix documentary where they couldn't do it now, but they split the triplets up. You've seen that?
No.
So in the 60s, this German fucking guy.
No,
so
I thought they weren't actually triplets.
No, what?
Three identical people.
There were three. They were siblings, and then what they did as an experiment was give one to a poor family, one to a middle class family, one to a rich family, and then every time they'd come round and monitor them, they'd be coming round to check up on them. But the kids were going there's a guy with a clipboard and a camera and the videos going to do cartwheels and do shit like this, and they were just basically doing a study on how they'd all develop in the classes, and then they got them all to. I don't know whether they told them in the end or they worked it out. And then they said what are the similarities and all that, and then there was just they all smoked the same cigarette. They all did certain so they were thinking is it basically nature? They wanted to figure that out. Yeah. Obviously you couldn't do that now, but back in the day they were fuck it, go ahead, give all three to these.
It's a fascinating study to do. That would make a great sitcom now, wouldn't it?
They all got together. They were famous for a bit, and then they had this period of fame, but then I think there was a bit of a fallout as well with everything. So it's quite interesting the idea of it all.
That's 7 Up over there, didn't they?
I remember that, 7 Up.
7 Up over there.
That was fascinating for a while.
So they followed kids, and every 7 years they revisited where they're up to and that.
About 10 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, so it was 10 of them. So every 7 years, they went, at 7, I'll use all getting on at 14. Then you see some of them getting married and some of them getting fucking.
How long? What was the common thing they were trying to work out?
63s.
Yeah, they must be old now. They started in the 60s.
Was there a reason why they followed them 10 kids?
Why?
Though?
What was the?
Just
we're just going to follow 10 random kids.
Do you know what? I watched it as a 12-year-old, and it just gave me a real depressing insight into the ups and downs of life, because you just see summer flying, and the next time you see them, the life's gone to shit, and then the back again.
I was part of a uni project in year 6. They followed me for 2 years.
Did they? In year 6?
Yeah. So I don't know what it was for.
It's fucking weird, isn't it? What you could get away with back in the day.
Yeah.
Just before people knew the nonsense and before everyone knew.
It was more an education thing. It was me and people from other parts of the country.
You trying to get yourself a Netflix documentary?
Come on!
Yeah, I was followed in year 6 for 2 years, and he's just bluffing by the end of it. What's he shite? He's a fucking liar.
What was it? I don't know what it was for. It's just a someone's uni dissertation or something. I don't know.
It's a weird thing to follow a year.
Did you shit yourself having twins then?
It's hard.
Yeah. At the beginning, it's hard to remember now because it feels like so much has happened.
I wanted
since
twins.
then.
I wanted to get out because I wanted. Well, we'd sort of settled on 2. And now we don't know if we haven't got a fucking clue now. Sort of settled on 2. And I was like, yeah, get them out to be boss our twins. Get them out the fucking way.
Oh, mate, once you're over the first 18 months or 2 years
like
of
cheated the
absolute
system a bit.
logistical nightmare, it's a logistical nightmare. Getting them on, if you're on your own, getting them both out the bath when the babies. It's like that fox and the chicken on the island trying to get them. Hang on, I'll take him out, but he'll drown. So what do we do? Once you get over that, then you're like, oh, we've got 2 now and they're the same age and they like the exact same stuff and they play with each other and they'll fight with each other, but even that keeps them busy.
Yeah.
So,
He's
you know,
yeah.
I was lucky I had a few cousins the same age. It's great growing up with someone playing out with and that.
Yeah, I had them, but then they all just. I think we were like the triplets who were rich porn and that. Because my dad was doing a little bit better than my auntie. So they all just thought I was a knobhead and ended up going to merchants, and that was confirmed to them then that I was a knobhead. And then it was just like, they were all over. Then one of them sniffed shoes and didn't like footy. So he's a nonce. So
you saying fuck off to? Like, that's weird. Oh, he sniffs shoes. The other going, I'm having a towel about myself. I'm having a shit. Like, oh, right, yeah.
I love my room stinking. Yeah. I washed his sheets in 12 years, but my cousin sniffed shoes when he was a kid. So he's a fucking.
Your whips are all sold out, aren't they? You not got any more coming up?
Yeah, Manchester,
23rd
of November, I think it is.
Are you doing it, Frog?
No, Trapdoor. It's not on sale yet, but it will be by the time this is out.
That'll fly out, won't it?
what you're building towards is tour?
Yeah, hopefully the next 18 months.
Sound.
So plan is Liverpool work in progress, Manchester work in progress, Leicester Festival, few, these preview nights for Edinburgh and stuff. Then maybe go Edinburgh, then tour next autumn or spring 24.
How many dates do you think hoping to do on tour?
Like 10, maybe 10, 12. It depends on sales, doesn't it?
How many did you do your first tour?
I did like 58 or something. Yeah, because I did like 20 odd, 25, and they sold well, so they put on some more. So it was great. But by the end, I was so sick of that show, especially because some of the bits in it I'd done for years anyway.
Right, so it was like best bits of the club, and then the hour. Right, okay, yeah.
So
how old were the lads when you first went tour?
2.5.
Great time.
Oh, mate, that was the best, and that was when I was drinking breakfast, tug, back to bed. It was great.
So have you got any DVDs? Have you filmed any of them?
Yeah, filmed the first 2. The first one's on Next Up Comedy. The second one's going to go on YouTube in about
just for free, just banging it up.
Just stick it up on YouTube.
How long have Next Up got it for?
They've got it for about another year.
Do you get a set fee for that, or do you get paid per stream?
Get a set fee.
Yeah.
So do they agree to they film it all for you?
Know that stuff.
No, I mean, but the set fee basically covered the filming of it, so, and then I can use clips and do.
So I thought they would produce it well for you and film it well for you, and then that you getting a good quality DVD is basically your sort of. Like, is that the deal you have with them, or did they actually give you a fee for it?
They gave me a fee, but then the fee was pretty much the cost of it.
You can't really get many eyes on it Next Up, can you? Because it's like
no, and that's why I've not done that with the second one. This was 2018. It just sounded exciting. Next Up Comedy. I'd rather
someone says, "Yeah, I will film you special."
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Listen, it like if you're on Netflix, that's
a stand-up special platform.
Yeah.
But that's like
that's it because you got to subscribe to it, stuff like that. It's like just less than your.
I don't know any regular human being that would have heard of Next Up.
No.
Only industry people I think have heard of Next Up.
Stick it on YouTube, and if Netflix don't want it, and Netflix don't want it, so I'll stick it on YouTube. You know that because they're the best place to put it on. You just want eyeballs on your stuff, don't you? So you can get more paid members.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Amazon's the only other one, isn't it?
Amazon ones that like
yeah.
I don't know.
Did Freddie get his on that?
Yeah, but we're not a
proper one.
Not by Amazon.
Right.
So it was just you had to go and search for it. Basically, he uploads it in the same way you could upload something to YouTube. Do you know what I mean?
Vimeo.
Yeah.
Well, I remember someone
you can sell on Facebook Marketplace.
you can pay for stuff to go on BuzzFeed.
You get a quid if you watch
someone
this.
said, "I've been featured on BuzzFeed," and they sent this link out, and I clicked on it, and it was like, "This is like the different version of BuzzFeed. It's like the community version." It's like. Yeah. Not quite the same, is it?
No. So when you're releasing it on the old YouTube?
On YouTube, yeah.
So when are you filming that?
So that was filmed like pre-pandemic. So
right. Where'd you film?
In Hedge End, which is near Southampton.
Nice. The reason behind where you filmed or anything?
No,
so
it was
far
just
away from home.
It was near to where the production company were based, and they said that's a good one for us, and it was sold out. So I thought, well, that'll sound good.
Would you not have rather done it hometown? They might have been a bit more giving for the laughs.
Maybe,
fine.
But, that's what you put canned laughter on for,
Right.
isn't it? Yeah. And everyone watches it with the sound down now. Anyway,
subtitles
in
it.
Subtitle, massive laughter.
Yeah,
it's like watching the fucking Flintstones. Isn't
I don't get that, but sounds about right.
Thanks for your
I'll go with that. Yeah,
I did think.
I'll laugh in recognition.
Why is the Why?
There's Flintstones.
It's full of canned laughter.
There's canned laughter in it.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a cartoon. There's no live audience.
I never even remember there being canned laughter on the Flintstones.
Yeah.
The cartoon version. Yeah.
It was weird.
What a show that was fun though.
Do you know what I thought?
Did you go to any places on your tour that you'd never been
Laughing
to?
too hard to notice the canned laughter, wasn't there?
I went to quite a lot of places like on the south coast. Places I'd never heard of. A place called Borden. I still don't know what that was or is.
How come it was all down there?
I don't know. It's just
sold well.
Just where it was.
Yeah, because
they didn't know you were northern, though, did they? That was the thing.
They're the people who will read a parenting blog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Middle class, don't need any help.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, got all the family
Let's
around
look at this man's shit life. Oh, let's go and watch him live.
He hasn't got a nanny.
Yeah. Everyone up here is too busy working to read a blog. I ain't got time to read that. I need to speak to Eon. I'm on hold to Eon, and this thing won't fucking eat its dinner. I'm not reading whatever the fuck this guy's going through.
Whereas down in Borden, their kids were called Eon.
Yeah.
I remember we were in the car share and you tell me about it. Because the reason I was asking going to any mad places, if I was on tour, I'd be looking for places for holidays. Like,
right,
so I was saying, because you were like, yeah, I've got quite a big audience in Australia. I've got quite a big audience in Australia. It's like, why are you going to Australia?
No,
I'd just go and put a show on in Australia to go and have 2 weeks. Show and pay for that. Go and have a 2 week holiday.
Deductible
and then you were like,
holiday.
yeah, but then I've got to take the kids. I can't just fuck off.
That's in the pipeline though. Australia at some point, because you can see on Facebook with the algorithms and all the insights and stuff where the people were, which is where especially that first talk was all around where are your followers, and there's like all the big cities and then these random little places.
Do you have someone
Australia was
working that out for you?
I've got a promoter who does that. Yeah.
Who knows where you could sell and what you could sell and everything.
Sort of, yeah.
So would you?
For that?
I don't have a tour manager because I don't need one.
Would you do the festivals in Australia? Like go away for them 3 months, or would you?
I wouldn't want to go
for
3 months. I'd just go and do a show. Just go and do a couple of, or do like 5 shows in the main.
Well, Gary Meikle's out in Canada, isn't he now?
You were saying when the kids were older, that's when you go, because then you can take them on that flight.
Take them with us. Got loads of mates in Australia.
That's what I mean. Gary Meikle has gone out and done Canada shows and that, and he goes to weird, mad places to do.
Yeah, but I don't think some of them are like.
They're not like massive theatres, no, but they're like clubs overseas.
Yeah, I think that's him doing an hour rather than doing tour shows.
Yeah. You reckon?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, from what I've been told, there's an American promoter. He saw him do well. Was it like, I can sell tickets over here? So he sold some tickets, and then I sort of ended up on that circuit as well. Just seems to enjoy it. So.
Is that what he's doing? All right, that's sound.
You got a 16-year-old daughter who's got a kid.
She's managing him now, isn't she?
Scotland, you might as well fuck off to Canada for a bit.
She's managing him. Sound that, isn't it? Yeah. So when's it out on YouTube? Sorry, I keep asking.
Oh, in about a month.
Right, this will be dropping in about a month. When we're quite a behind on. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be on there. So.
What is your YouTube?
Sam Avery Comedy, I think it is.
What's it called? The show?
Oh, the show's called Toddlergeddon.
Toddlergeddon.
But if I do these, if you go on my Facebook page, I do regular content on my Facebook,
which is
Sam Avery Comedy. Go on there. That's where all the videos are. Loads of good stuff.
Have you tried to get onto anything else? Like, what's your Instagram like, or is it just because you started on Facebook, which seems to all have stayed there?
I can't understand Instagram. I joined Instagram within about 3 months, got like 20,000 followers, and that was about 4 years ago, and it's never moved since.
You got 20,000?
Yeah, but I don't think they're all real people. I think they're all black. I think
because it's not real. I don't know, like,
so I don't really spend much time.
Facebook to me is just fucking dead, though, isn't it?
Facebook's dead for most people, but it seems to work for me just because I've built.
You're a Twitter head, aren't you?
I don't. Most people on Facebook left of people your age.
That's it. Yeah, that is. It's 35 to 45 with female. Is my audience.
It's TikTok now, innit? And I'm not on that. I'm already seeing the gram's gone. I've spoken to 20-year-olds. The gram's dead to them.
It's
TikTok now, and I'm like saying like, we've got the pod one, But I'm going, I need a personal one, but I can't. Like the gram's dead.
Pod one's doing well, except with shadow ban now.
And it's just like, fuck me. Like Twitter, I can't do Twitter. I don't understand it. People are tagging things at me going, and it's things that feel like they've been responded to. Yeah. And I'm going, I can't see the whole thing. I don't know how to find a thread. So I'm he's getting at it and something, they go, wasn't he? And I'm like, and I text him, like, who's this cunt fucking saying this? Going, like, I've only got half a story here. Like, it's someone he's replying to. It's like 3 ats in it of some cunt I've never seen before, going like, wasn't he actually a dickhead or something? And he's there commenting, going like, yeah, he can't do this. And I'm going, who the fuck are these? So I'm just texting him, going like, where's this thread, lad? And what
screenshot that thread?
I'm just screenshot the whole conversation.
I don't understand it. I can't find it. So I have to click on the person who's at themselves and go like, right, scroll through his whole wall or whatever it is. To go, where's the one for me? And I can't do it. There's too many words and too many click things, and I can't do it. It stresses me out.
There's so many different things on Instagram though. Like
There's
Reels,
not. It's easier,
live,
man.
Every single one of them tries to be like all the others, and they keep morphing into each other. And you got Reels, which is like TikTok. And you got Facebook, and they're trying to be more like YouTube.
Just fucking
stick in your lane.
Yeah, just have one thing for everything.
Well, TikTok was originally just 20-second dances. And that was it. And then it's gone into, they always do it. They go, oh, now it's Instagram's just like photos. There's like, oh, now it's DMs. Oh, now it's videos. And that. And it all just becomes
on
the
TikTok
same.
Now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you can't DM on TikTok.
You can. Someone told me they can, because I went, I don't understand TikTok. And I showed them and they went, that's where your DMs will be.
DM does.
No, but the thing is, no, we will have some DMs. Someone said, yeah, because Chapman DM'd us, I think, by accident.
Right,
we said,
but
like, I think, because also if you get over a certain amount of followers, you can't, they used to see, you can see who is watching your videos, because you get over like 1,000 followers or something, it stops letting you see who's watching them and that. So you used to be able to see who's on your TikTok and that.
Right.
This way, when we said to our TikTok at 100k, and we had no concept of that being decent. Like literally, we thought it was just China fucking us going.
We just put them all on over the weekend.
Here's 100,000 followers. Keep putting stuff on.
It's a robot.
So like, but like kids at 2021 are going like it's like that to it now, and it's just like I don't understand it. I don't know, because I know you could DM and you can DM on it.
Right. That's dangerous.
I know, it's chaos. Imagine the fucking...
Got a small waist, a big bang. Yeah,
if we go into our DMs on that thing now, I don't know whether there's going to be requests or anything in it. I don't know how it works, but it'd be like, if we've got that many followers and that mean, like, surely there's people sending us hate. I don't know. Where are these hate messages?
Where's the tits? That's what I want to know.
Mike Atwood will like you.
Come on, Atwood. Come on, Atwood.
Don't Atwood me.
Pussy.
I was a little pussy, yeah. Right, Jamie, where we finding you?
Jamie H Comedy, Twitter and Instagram, and Hot Water's Green Room Pod, wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube.
And then get tickets to his shows when they go live.
Yeah, be on me Twitter.
Hot Cakes, like, you got to get them fast. Them 2 shows sold out like fucking nothing, did they?
Yeah, Liverpool sold out in 2 hours.
Hottest kid in the game. Bar me, I'm the GOAT. Go on, like, Avery.
Sam Avery Comedy on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Well, I don't really focus on a lot of them, so just Facebook.
Yeah, so you're 35 to fit. So Jane Picker and get him on Facebook.
Go on, Jane.
Surprised Jane's not already on to you.
I don't know who Jane is, but go on.
JP99.
You will do after this.
Right,
podcast guest, podcast audience GOAT.
She's so lovely. Oh, she sent about. Did you see the? Oh no, she's DM me. she's bought 2 tickets to the live show.
Has she?
But she's not going because I think she's agoraphobic, or so she said we can give them away. So maybe we should run a competition. Anyone wants 2 tickets to the live show? Oh, we
money in the bank.
Or we could just pocket the money and say fuck all, like. But or we could run a little competition.
Money and no audience, fucking getting like cancelled full.
So if anyone can't afford the £10 to the live show.
Please come to the live show. It'll be great.
Yeah. You going to be there, Jamie?
No, he's not.
Yeah, but you're thinking you might get swear the gig, so...
No,
he's not.
I've just seen a post and I'm not on it, so, you know.
Yeah, but he's only diddling, isn't he? So he doesn't get it on the poster, the diddle.
Yeah, but it's Jamie Hutchinson now, isn't he?
Yeah, he could sell tickets.
Jamie Hutchinson.
They've missed the marketing trick there, haven't they? I mean, like Walsh was going to sell any tickets.
Right, yeah. Sounds of the Patreon. Come to the live show. Follow these
1
two.
1 hour 40.
Thank you very much. You hitting record or am I?
I'll do it if you want. Thanks for listening.